rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mother told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the result. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while sizzling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the #1 Chief Rocker and Nick's Universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy. And welcome to a midnight mashup of sorts. Welcome to Echo and Essence. Welcome to Lawrence Tears. Welcome to X. So I'm starting off with a short joint, man. Want to talk some Knicks real quick. And then for all my Echo and Essence fans, y'all know the vibe, man. We're going to smooth transition over to Echo and Essence. But I had to come through and talk about the Pistons game tonight. So for my Echo and Essence family, y'all just be patient with me for a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit of Knicks. I just had a few things going on, man. So I'm starting very late. But at the same time, we're going to give you that quality content that y'all deserve. So salute if you're watching on X. Salute if you're watching on Echo and Essence. Salute if you're watching on Lawrence Tears. Man, I'm glad y'all here. Man, I'm glad y'all here. Endgame is in the building. Endgame says, man, bruh, people jumping out the window. Relax, bro. Relax. Relax. Yo, I'm trying to figure out where people getting all these windows from to jump out of, bro. Relax, y'all. Calm down. Calm down, man. Right? Calm down. Yo, we lost to the Pistons on a Friday night. The Knicks are going to be all right. Man, I don't like the way this color. I don't like the way this joint look, but whatever. The Knicks lost to the Knicks lost to the Pistons. The Knicks lost to the Pistons by 38 points tonight. Yo, I wouldn't if I'm y'all. If I'm y'all, I'm not even sweating it. Right? It's a loss, it's a loss. Things happen. Right? Things happen. It is what it is. King Ember is in the building. Virtuoso, what's good? Yo, people jumping out the window, huh? Yo, people jumping out the window, bro. I think people stay at the window. They just be ready to jump for nothing. The Knicks were missing Deuce, OG, Cat, and Alvarado. Not only was Deuce out, Deuce's replacement was out. Right? Not only was OG out, they had to start a rookie. Right? So it's one of them things, man, where Yo, we played a great team. We were shorthanded. So were they. They blew us out on their floor. It's a Friday night. Mike Brown was laughing during the game. It didn't bother me. It's one out of 82. Right? It's one out of 82. Right? Yeah, hey, King but that's where they stay at, bro. Yo, you won 8 in a row, you lose 1 game, bro. Right? Think about what I'm saying. You win 8 in a row, you lose 1, and cats jumping out the window. Let the asses let them go. Y'all jumping out the window, jump your asses out the window. Right? Hey, Mark, what's good, man? Salute. Nah, yo, to be honest with you, if we lose to the Celtics, it'll be 1 out of 82, bro. It's a long season, right? Nobody cares about a mid-season. When you're the Celtics, when you're the Knicks, when you're OKC, when you're San Antonio, when you're Denver, when you're Minnesota, you don't really care nothing about like a February game right before the All-Star break. What you care about is what happens in May and June. Triboro's in the building. Salute. Yeah, I had to do this thing, man. I had to get up, jump up here, man, talk for a little bit. Man, doctor got me on medication talking about, man, I'm too strong. Doctor taking my blood, talking about it's the super soldier serum. Go to the doctor's office and he take my blood, talking about he giving it to a dude named Steve Rogers. I don't even know Steve Rogers. So I'm gonna do. I got like 10 minutes. I'm gonna do that, but then I got to do the Echo and Essence because I had already promised myself I was gonna do it. But I'm running late, so I'm running a little bit late. But I got to do the Echo and Essence part after this. But salute to the chat. Salute to the chat, man. I'm glad y'all here. Man, listen, from the tip, the Pistons jumped us and they never looked back. Right? From the tip, the Celtics. Jeez, Mark, what are you doing? From the jump, the Pistons jumped on the Knicks and they never turned back. And Jalen Brunson did an outstanding job of shooting us out of that game. Mikal Bridges looked like, you know what I'm saying? It said it ended? Nah. It's right. I got it showing right here. I got it right here. I put it right here. For my guy, Triborough. See how both of them showed up in the chat? That's them. Either one to get you to the same place. Yeah. So Jalen Brunson shot us out of that game, man. Mikal Bridges, that should have been the Mikal Bridges game, in my opinion. And I'm not knocking Brunson. Listen, Brunson deserves the right to shoot whenever he feel like it.
Yo,
Bro is in the building. Salute,
Knicks Nation.
Salute, my God.
Man, I didn't. Yo, I was watching the game, Unc, and then I seen it was like 50 to like 30 something. I just turned it off, man. I already knew the game was already a loss for us.
Yeah. We looked uninspired.
Yeah.
We looked like yo, you ever saw that movie, that musical Dreamgirls?
Yep.
You remember that third singer that was in the group? Remember there was a lead singer
Right.
And then there was the real singer, and then there was that girl in the middle.
Yeah.
That's what the Knicks look like.
The girl in the middle.
Yeah, the one in the middle. Yeah, the
Oh,
one she wasn't Beyonce, and she wasn't
right.
Jennifer Hudson.
Right.
Yeah,
She was just there.
she was just she was Mary Wells for a minute, I guess. Yeah, a Florence ballad went up, but yo, when I saw and yo, Knicks fans, y'all make me laugh. I'm not gonna lie, y'all make me laugh because I saw Karl Anthony Towns with those big shades on.
Yeah.
Like I thought. Listen, legit. When I saw Cat with them shades on, I thought he was gonna do the pepper seed. I thought that when I saw Cat with them big shades on, I was just thinking. I thought I told you that we won't stop.
Right. He had the hoodie on. He was chilling.
Yeah.
Why didn't he play tonight? Was it because of the cut?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was that. I think not only was it the cut itself, but we were also playing against a very physical team.
Right.
Right. And I think there may have been. I'm not a doctor, and I don't wish this on them, but there may have been like some concussive stuff involved too.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and we don't know for sure, but it's better to play it safe than sorry, bro.
Right.
So,
I mean, he had a great game, and the night before. You know what I'm saying?
Right. He was inspired
against Denver. He was playing like Bodega Cat in that game.
Right.
Sunday they got Boston. So is he going to play in that one?
I don't know, bro. If that's the thing, I would sit him out probably because the All-Star break start after we beat Indiana. Right. So, what's the point in like? Yeah, I would play. You know what? If he's ready to go, I'll play him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he's gonna play. You would think in the All-Star game, right?
I guess that also depends, bro.
Right.
I guess that also depends.
I think they should have played Huck Porty more tonight, though.
I feel like Huck Porty is the fifth member of Jodeci. That man was, I
mean, they put him in, and then it's like they took him out and put Mitch back in. I'm like let Huck Porty get some minutes.
They don't. I don't think they respect the young guys, bro.
Right.
I don't think they respect these young guys.
See, neither did Tibbs. He didn't play his bench, but I feel like Mike Brown is playing the bench. He's playing, Kolek, and he's playing Huck Porty, and he's playing Dawawa. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta give your bench some type of confidence. Like they could do the job.
Right.
They put Jordan Clarkson in there. Clarkson is good.
Right. Clarkson played. He didn't look fantastic, but at the same time, he didn't look fantastic, but at the same time, it's like, he looked like a veteran guy. So
I think that comes with the more minutes he get. Like I need that Clarkson from Utah. Like he was putting up buckets in Utah and putting up buckets with the Lakers. We need that Clarkson.
Yeah, I think we need that Clarkson too.
Yeah.
Tonight or last night, I should say. Last night, I don't really judge the Knicks players or the coach or anything about. To me, it was 1 out of 82. I probably should be upset, but I'm not.
Right.
When the game started, and I thought Alvarado was going to start. Alvarado wasn't dressed.
Right.
Deuce wasn't dressed. OG wasn't dressed. Cat wasn't dressed. And when I saw 51 walk in the game, I was like, oh boy, yeah, it's going to be one of the nights.
Right. I'm not even mad. I mean, because it's February. We know down the line we're going to see the Pistons again. It's like because they coming off of like a year. They more experienced after the postseason they had, previously, and I felt like they're gonna be a threat, but I still feel like we could take them in the 7-game series.
Yeah, I think so.
With
And
everybody healthy, I feel like if we could get Deuce back for the first round of the playoffs, I don't know when we're gonna face Detroit. Like if we have to face the Pistons in the postseason, I feel like with everybody healthy, we could take them.
That's where our thoughts like maybe go in different directions.
Mhm.
And it's not because I don't think you said something profound. It's just that I don't think we can guarantee we'll be healthy when the playoffs start.
I mean, God willing, I hope everybody on the squad is healthy,
Right. Like if we just throw a holy water on everybody and put them in bubble wrap,
Right.
and just so they'll be ready for the playoffs, then I agree with you. The only thing though is, man, the NBA is unpredictable. Sports are unpredictable when it comes to injuries.
Yeah.
Right. So you're healthy now, and then somebody will do something, walk off the floor. You think they'll be back, and then the next day you find out they're out 6 to 8 weeks. And you're like,
right. Yeah.
Off of that.
I still feel like we're gonna need Deuce down the stretch, but we got a good bench where we can hold it down until Deuce come back.
Right.
That's why I'm saying like the Coach Brown got to play Clarkson, because Clarkson, he can give you buckets off the bench when he's actually getting minutes. You can't expect him to get hot when he's not getting no playing time.
Hey, every time you say Clarkson, I be thinking like, who?
What do you call him? What do y'all call him? Y'all don't call him Clarkson?
No, I call him Hair Jordan.
Oh, Hair Jordan. Okay.
Yeah, I call him Hair Jordan. Right. That's what I call him. Right?
All right, that's cool.
When you said Clarkson, I was like,
yeah, Clark. I saw you. Like I had Clarkson on my fantasy. I play fantasy sports, so I had like Clarkson on my fantasy team like a year ago. So he was giving you buckets for Utah.
Okay.
Him and Keontae George or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like he can give, and he was starting for Utah. You know what I'm saying? Like he's coming off the bench now, and I mean if he's not getting those minutes, it's like how do you expect him to get buckets if he's not getting those minutes?
Because styles make fights, bro. It's
right.
Like certain coaches prefer certain guys, and no matter what we think, certain coaches are just gonna be like, nah, that's just not my style.
But that's what they said about Yabusele. What happened with him and the coach?
I don't know. He in Chicago balling though.
And he put up like 11 rebounds and like 5 points for Chicago.
Yeah.
I saw that game against the Raptors.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Those are like rebounds we could have used off the bench with Yabusele, and he just wasn't getting no playing time.
We could have used that tonight. Yeah, we could have used that tonight, man.
Right.
I mean, I'm here for it. Lawrence Tears family. Hey y'all, we gonna wrap, man. Yo, y'all got to come over to Echo and Essence and come hang out with us over there.
Yes.
Echo and Essence is our culture and lifestyle channel where we chop it up about an abundance of things. Sometimes music, sometimes politics, sometimes storytelling, sometimes culture. Until we do it about maybe 2 or 3 times, or maybe 3 or 4 times a month, we do it. So I'm gonna say la vie to Lawrence Tears, man. Echo and Essence, we about to rock. We about to get this party started. So,
all
right, y'all.
Okay.
All right. So now it's Echo and Essence. So it's Echo and Essence, and what's the name? I'm gonna change our background back to our Echo and Essence background, and we'll rock. Where Triborough went? Yeah, what? Yeah, I'm gonna hit Triborough. Triborough disappeared, everybody. Yeah, this is funny, yo. Hey, where you go, bro?
Oh, my bad. I thought you were stuck Echoes and Listen.
I did. I just removed Lawrence Tears.
Oh, okay. My bad. All right. Let me turn the link again.
All right. I bet. Yeah, man. My guy thought we had to do something major, but we didn't have to do anything. It's just all we had to do was just remove Echo and remove Lawrence Tears, and now we rocking. So I'm gonna wait till Triborough jump back on, and then we'll rock. And let me see. I'll put it.
My bad.
There we go.
I thought you was just doing like the Knicks stuff and then going over to Blowings. To Echoes and Essence.
Nah, I was doing both at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, if this is your first time checking out Echo and Essence, my name is Uncle Freezy. I'm the #1 Chief Rock. I'm joined by the creator of one of the dopest hip hop shows on YouTube, the That Ain't Rap podcast. We generally team up occasionally to talk that talk the way that y'all like to have that talk to y'all. Try one of the things the ladies feel like we not represented for them, bro.
Man. I mean, we talk a lot of R&B and slow jams and stuff. I thought they would love it.
They don't feel like we represented for them, bro.
Hey, you got to represent them.
I got called to the side, man.
Okay.
One of the ladies was like, "Yo, I be seeing y'all be doing y'all thing, man, but y'all don't be really talking that talk for the ladies, bro.
Right.
Y'all be talking that talk for the dudes a lot. Like y'all be up there talking about rap and all that a lot, man. What y'all gonna do for us, especially with Valentine's Day coming up?"
Right. Okay.
So ladies, how about we have a conversation, right? How about we have a conversation about whatever it is y'all want to talk about? What do y'all want to talk about? Y'all want to talk about what do y'all want to speak about? Y'all want to speak about relationships, kids, cars, job, wigs, nails, lashes. What y'all want to talk about? What y'all, ladies, what y'all want to talk about? Yeah, man. I guess I can start right here. With the ladies. So try. I'm gonna just say this to the ladies, and because I know their response will probably be in the comment section after the video, right? Ladies, what y'all expect out of y'all man? What do y'all expect from your guy? What do you expect your guy to be? I already know. I've been around women my whole life. I know women, right? One of the things I know in life is women. I know y'all. And women will say stuff like, I need my man to have money. Right? And I'm like, money. But I don't want him to flaunt it.
Right.
Okay. But you need your man to have money, but also you gonna stress that you're independent.
That part.
You want your man to be in shape, you know what I'm saying? Be handsome, right? But you don't want him out there flirting with other women.
Right.
So what is it that y'all really want? Ladies, tell me what it is that y'all want.
They want too much. They want the perfect guy, you know.
Right.
And I think women got to realize everybody ain't perfect, and not even them. You know, if it was that case, then everybody would be in love. Everybody would be married with kids and live happily ever after. And that's just not the case.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, you gotta basically, like, if you really like a person, you gotta like accept their baggage and accept who they are, and deal with that, or just be by yourself.
That be by yourself part
You
is
know,
hard.
I never had that type of mentality where, you know, I'm gonna be in love with somebody that's perfect. I don't believe that everybody's perfect. They got people are good, and then people got their ways about them, and you know, you just gotta decide, you know, if that's something that you want to deal with or not. But I don't think nobody is perfect. You know, people make mistakes, and you gotta, like I said, like, you gotta really truly love that person to want to deal with them, and everything about them, even the stuff that you don't like.
Right. Right. Hey, be right back. I'm gonna go start an argument with the missus. Hold on.
All right.
That's how you don't do it on Valentine's Day, everybody.
Right.
Like, that's how you don't do it on Valentine's Day. All right. So with that, try. I think I agree with you. That's very sound. That's very sound advice. But how do you get to the love part, though?
I mean, the love part. I think love takes time. I like in this era, I feel like people want to rush love, and then it's like it end up not being what you think it is, and what you thought it was going to be, and end up being like fake. Like, I think love takes time. Like, to actually tell somebody that you love them, that takes time to me. You know, you just can't rush into something today and then tomorrow you love them.
It's
Or,
yeah.
you know, at least for me, like, that's just how I grew up. Like seeing my grandparents married to each other for till they died, like, that was true love. Like, them arguing, them making up, like, that was true love. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I don't think I don't feel like I see enough of that in society today. I don't. I think it's like fake love. People are
Yeah.
expressing
There
for
are
one
not
another.
enough examples of what love is.
I haven't, other than my grandparents, I haven't seen enough real, like, true love in my lifetime. It's just people just saying it, but they're not really showing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you truly love somebody, you don't love them today, and then tomorrow they do something dumb, and then you don't love them anymore. That's not true love to me.
Right. Right. I'm gonna be
You know?
right back, bro.
Yeah.
My bad, bro.
Sorry.
Yeah, man. I think I think I don't think I agree. I'm comfortable with what you're saying. I don't know why it is in society, in today's society, though, that things like kindness and love and other things are all damn near shunned upon, right?
Right.
Like, everybody is so hard, even though even your chick is hard. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Even, like, you know, everybody got some type of
Right.
thing going on.
Right.
Like, if you ever you ever seen those women from the Bronx, bro?
Mhm. Yep. I spoke to them too. They like they harder than the men out there.
They different, right?
Yeah.
They different.
You know.
And for those that haven't seen those ladies from the Bronx, say you live down south. Y'all ever saw them trailer park girls? Them girls that be walking to the mailbox without no shoes on?
Oh man.
They the same way.
Wow.
They just say, yeah, they are the same, bro. Like, they don't play no games. So, and they talk like dudes.
Mhm.
They talk like guys. So,
Right.
but yeah. It's interesting to. Hold on, I got a delivery. Hold My bad, bro. I got coached up. I got coached up just now. Like
Okay.
somebody maybe heard the topic and had something to say about it,
Uh-oh.
or maybe they just wanted to make sure I was straight. So
Right.
yeah. So yeah, man. I feel you in in that way. How do we get to that place though?
The place of love?
Yeah, or the place where love can be shown, right? Because I think people love each other. I just think they may
Yeah,
do it in a confusing way.
it's just about like getting to know the person and you know, taking time, spending time with them, and you know, talking to them and going places, and you know, just all the things that you would do, you know, when you get to know somebody, not just texting them, but actually being face to face with that person and spending time with them. That like over time, you're gonna, you know, if you're really feeling them and they feeling you, you're gonna develop that naturally. But
Right.
just like I see like a lot of you know situations where people say the L word too fast and they don't really mean it. It's like they saying they love them to like it's like for a hidden agenda. They got a hidden agenda to be you know for what they really after, and then once they after that they out. That's not real love. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
you know I can't just go around and tell every female that I love them and I don't mean it.
That is true.
You know, especially if you know, and I'm the only child, so you already know. So it's like bringing a woman home to meet your family and meet your mother. It's like she got to be the one. If she not the one, you can't meet mom. She can't meet the family.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. You know what I found is weird though? People have a type, right?
right,
But then they fall in love with the one that's not their type,
right,
right? Like women want their men tall, dark, and handsome,
right.
and rich, right?
Mhm.
And then they fall in love with a guy that's not tall, not dark, maybe a regular guy.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you can't say nothing about their man. You be like, yo, man, I don't see what you see in Felix. You better not talk about Felix. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
I mean, I feel like love is blind. Like I don't feel like you know, there's or there shouldn't be like a you know a pre notion on that. Like, well, he gotta be black or he gotta be rich or tall, and you know what I'm saying. I just feel like you know you love who you love, and if it might come in the shape in the form of something else that you didn't expect. You know what I'm saying? So could be another race or they could look at you know they could come from like a different background compared to you.
right.
But I don't really. I mean, you might have a preference, but I don't feel like because you have a preference that you got to stay with that preference, and because that same person that you preferred might treat you like crap compared to the other person that's not who you would normally date. You treat you like a queen. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. That happened to me. That happened to me before, man.
mhm,
trying to holler at this dance hall chick named Patra. She did me wrong, bro. She did me wrong,
I
Triborough.
remember.
She did me wrong, bro.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like she she did me wrong, bro. That's
Right.
what she get. So she done missed out. So another Caribbean lady done took her spot.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. The love thing, man. Ladies, yeah, first of all, y'all are lucky that men on the internet talking about love and relationships, right? This is not like what guys do. Like we want to argue over who the best rapper is of all time. We don't want to talk about this kind of stuff, but the fact that we're speaking about this is like, y'all are fortunate,
Mhm.
you know. So with that, I'm inviting y'all to speak about, you know what I'm saying, these type of topics, because legit for the most part, guys, men like myself, I want to talk about stuff like V8s, right? That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about trucks,
Mhm.
right? And I'm talking about hunting. I want to talk about hunting boots, right? I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? I want to talk about pew-pews and stuff you use to hunt with and all that. I don't want to talk about this, but since we're here, since y'all, this is what y'all asked about, let's do it. Yeah, man. So do you know anybody your age that ever, or any of your friends that ever fell in love?
I mean, I fell in love before. Like I have friends. I have a friend right now that you know, he's going through like a rough time because like the woman that he fell in love with, she died. So that was
Oh,
like a year ago. So
oh
I've
man.
been there for him for like the whole year, just
Yeah.
you know, just being a friend you know, checking up on him, making sure that he's okay, and
Being
you
there for
know,
you.
and that it happened. Everything happened so unexpectedly. So it was like, you know, I know he had moved in with them to Long Island.
Yeah.
They were going together for like a couple years, and then just one day she just had like a health issue and just passed away. So it's been tough for him.
Oh
You
man.
know what I mean? But I mean,
Yeah.
that's you know, that's like true love right there. Like he's not the type to go around and just tell every woman that he loves her. So that
Right.
was like his true love, and you know, just it was just sad. And then just being a friend, you know, I've been friends with him for like 30 years already. So just
Wow.
trying
Wow.
to be there for him and you know, through his tough times.
Right. Right. Bro, hey, salute to your friend, man. Hey, may the blessings of the Almighty comfort him, and may God keep you keep your friend in His everlasting arms forever and ever, and you know, and keep him safe and warm in his trying time. Because you never get over stuff like that.
Yeah.
You learn how to cope, but you never really get over stuff like that, bro.
Yeah.
I had a friend in the military,
Mhm.
and he was a guy. So this is a long time ago,
Right.
like in the 80s, something like that. He I'll never forget, I'm in the barracks. I'm playing this game called Mike Tyson Punch Out on this thing
Mm.
called the Nintendo, everybody.
Nintendo. Right.
With one controller, right? I had a Nintendo with one controller, right?
Mhm.
So I'm in the room. It's late. It's probably like 2 o'clock in the morning. So he come bamming on the door. Bam, 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 bam.
Mhm.
So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And now, mind you, I'm in an army barracks, right? I'm in an army barracks, right? So I open the door and then I see people across the hall, like, yo, what the hell? He's like, yo, Uncle Freezy, I got something to tell you. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Whatever it is, I promise you, it probably could have waited till 10 o'clock. Right? He's like, nah, bro. I was like, what? He's like, nah. I was like, yo, come on in here, man. Get out the hallway, bro. Come in here. So he sit down on the edge of the bed, bro. Charborough, he looked me in the face. Now, mind you, this is maybe spring of 87-ish. Like maybe late April, early May 87. And how I remember it is, I think the New Edition album is about to drop, but it's not out. But they have a song out.
Mhm.
I think that's the year.
Was it the second album or the third album?
No. Matter of fact, no, it's not New Edition. Keith Sweat has an album out.
Okay.
Right, because it's not Albie Shaw, it's not Bobby Brown, it's not New Edition. I think it's Keith Sweat.
Make It Last Forever.
Yeah, the Make It Last Forever album is out, right? And so we in there listening. You know me, I love music, right? So I'm in there listening to the greatest R&B album of all time, Make It Last Forever. And I met this dude. So I went through basic training, and then I was stationed there for like a month, and then he came a month after that.
Right.
But since we were all like 19, 20 years old or whatever, all the young dudes hang together, kind of like rookies, right? So we all cool. We all work out together, all this type of stuff. And we telling war stories, right? Then generally we get together, we eat lunch. We tell war stories like, bro, I met this girl at the mall named Pamela. Man, Pamela had a big old butt. Like, we just telling war stories, right? You know how you tell your war stories or whatever? And so that's what we do. Because we 19, bro, didn't have a car at the time. You're trying to figure it out, you know, all this stuff. Because you know, in the military, they don't let you take your car everywhere. You got to go get established, and then you can get a car or whatever. Or you bring your car from home or whatever, right? So I'm talking to like the girls. I'm trying to figure it out. So it's like 87. So the style was like getting the parts cut in your hair. Remember that phase?
Yeah, the lines and all that. All those fade cuts with the lines in them.
Yeah. So I got me a little hairdo, right? It's like a little surf up top with the two lines on the side, whatever. I think I'm fresh. You know, every night I'll brush it, put the do-rag on, get your little waves going or whatever, and then with the surf on the top. Right. But I'm striking out. I can't find nobody, bro. I have like a girl, we be together for like 2 weeks, and then it'd be like nothing. Ain't nothing there. You know what I'm saying? And part of it was me being homesick, and part of it was them girls was more mature than me, but I didn't know this at the time.
Right. So you didn't really have much in common when it came to conversation with them.
Yeah, like I was ready, they was ready, but at 19 with a pocket full of money and no bills, I'm living like a hood king, right? like say you and I had a nephew, right? And he worked a job, and he didn't have to pay no bills, but every Friday he get a check for $800, right? And he ain't got no responsibilities and no nothing. He a hood king. He
ain't got nothing to worry about. No baby mamas and
no nothing. He
good.
Slate. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be like just doing dumb stuff with the money. Like, yeah, let me get some extra fries. Like, what you getting extra fries for? Just because you got money? That's the type of time I was on, right? So after a while, you know, you kind of get a little. Now, mind you, I get there January, he get there February. This time I'm talking about is probably late April, early May. So it's January, February, March, April. So I've been there 4 months. He's been there about 3 months, right? And don't get it twisted, like, you know what I'm saying? Like your main man is the number one chief rock, Uncle Freezy. He'll holler. Like he no slouch with the wasn't a slouch with the ladies back then. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, one of them things like that. But this one night, it's a club night, right? It's a club night. It's a Friday night. And I'm just like, man, I'm not going nowhere. I would just sit in the room and play video games all night. I discovered this thing. I don't know when y'all discovered it, but I discovered this thing called Cool Ranch Doritos. I don't know if you ever heard of those before.
Oh yeah, I always have those. Like I usually have those when the grocery store run out of the nacho ones. So
the nacho ones, right?
Yeah, I just get the blue bag, you know.
Right. So
yeah,
but so I got like 2 bags of those and like some snacks. I was just sitting. I was like, yo, I'm gonna just stay in the room. You know what I'm saying? Just eat snacks all night, man, and play the game, whatever.
Okay.
And so, bam, 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 bam on the door, right? And I'm like, oh shit, what the hell? So I open the door, it's him. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. I already told it. So he come in. He like, yo, guess who I got downstairs? I'm like, guess who you got downstairs? The hell kind of question is that? It's 2:30 in the morning.
Right.
The hell kind of question? Try. You do you have a homeboy that asks you weird ass questions?
Yeah.
Like just random, just random weird questions. So he come in, he like, yo, I got something to tell you. And then as soon as he started to tell me, we heard keys at the door. It's my roommate, Brown. He the one that I told you put me on to certain types of music.
Right.
Like he put me on to Onyx. He put me on to After 7. He put me on to Keith Washington. So he put me on to certain types of. I put him on to stuff like Naughty by Nature and Albie Shore and all of that. Well, no, he put me on to Albie Shore. I'll take that.
Albie Shore.
Yeah. But I put him on to New Edition and Boys to Men. Right. He's the one that told me Jodeci was going to be great. And I was like, random. Jodeci, what is it? They got a funny name. Like, this is when they first came out. Right. Brown jingles his keys to come in. That's the code to me. Like, if basically roommate code, like, hey, I'm coming in the room. If you got somebody in there, let them know. Like, you know how you at the door, you jingle your keys loud.
Right.
Roommate, be prepared. Right. So I'm like, come in, Brown. And Brown, like, you know, come in or whatever. And he was like a chipmunk.
Right.
He was like, he always brought food with him. He was an eater. And rest in peace, Brown, too, by the way. Rest in peace. And like, he wasn't like a big boy. He was just like, he was like a foodie, basically.
Right.
He put me on, this dude Brown put me onto this thing called ramen noodles. Like, I had never heard of them joints before 1987. I had never knew noodles was a thing, bro. But salute Brown. Brown changed my life with some stuff. But Brown come in the room, and Brown don't like this guy that's in the room. He called him a sucker. Like this dude's soft, man. He out here, and no lie. I can't, for some reason, I'm trying to remember his first name, but his last name is Jackson. So I'm gonna just call him Jackson.
Okay.
So Jackson is in the room sitting on the bed. I'm sitting on the bed, right? Brown look at us. He like, what y'all doing? 2 grown men sitting on the bed in the dark. What's happening? Like, Brown, easy, big fella. Watch yourself. Like, this is what I'm telling Brown. Like, Brown. And he like, something's weird going on. Yo. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, yo, it's a car full of girls downstairs playing loud music. They say they waiting on somebody. I'm like, car full of girls in the parking lot 2:30 in the morning? What kind of thing is this?
Right.
Right? So Tori B, what's good?
Salute.
Good morning.
Good mornings. Yo, you popped in right at story time. Right?
I heard you talking about ramen noodles.
Yeah, ramen noodles, right. But here's the thing. So Jackson looked me in the face, and Jackson's like, yo, you know them girls downstairs? That's my girl downstairs. It's like, yo, girl. He's like, yeah. What? He's like, yeah, word. I'm like, yo, say word. He's like, yo, word, bro. I'm like, bro. Brown look at me like, see, I told you he a sucker. And I'm like, what do you mean? Brown's like, why something stupid happened? So I'm like, Brown, leave Jack alone, bro. Like Brown was like a year older than us. So if me and Jack were 19, Brown was probably just about to turn 21, something like that. So you're like, yo, Brown, like, yo, why something stupid happened? Jack is like, yo, put some clothes on, man. Let's go downstairs. I want to show you somebody. Yo, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm straight. He's like, no, come on, bro. Like, nah, man, I'm good. Yo, I paused the game. He was like, yo, the game gonna still be here. I'm like, yo, come on, man. I'm like, bro, I got Cool Ranch Doritos over here. He's like, come on, dog. Cool Ranch Doritos, you can get them anywhere. And so I had Cool Ranch Doritos and the thing that you take the straw and poke in it. Remember those, the little silver
Quarter
pouches?
Quarter waters?
No, the pouch, the silver pouch.
Oh, the Capri Suns,
Capri
yeah.
Suns.
Okay.
This is like when they first came out, because I'm from Jersey, right? Like when we buy juice, it come in a little plastic, little bit quarter waters.
Right.
So I go downstairs with Jack, and he making all this noise. People on the hall with us, they looking at the door like, yo, what's going on? Right? And then so when we get outside, I look back up at the building. Dudes is turning their lights on, looking out through the window downstairs at us. And I'm like, man, take your ass to sleep. Right, just, whatever. So we walk up to the car, and this girl gets out, bro. This lady gets out that car, Triborough. And when I tell you she was the most gorgeous thing that you had ever seen in your life, I was like, oh my God, this lady looked like one of them girls from like a LL video.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, who is this? Jack is like, yo, that's my girl. Right? It's like, wait a minute. Jack, I was just with you yesterday. Jack, you didn't have no girl yesterday.
He didn't tell you about her.
No. Remember upstairs when Brown said he gonna do something stupid?
Mm-hmm.
So I go over and meet. It's a whole car full of girls that look like her, and it's my friend. The one that I told. This is the friend that I told you looks like that dude that got beat up by Shonuff. Remember the dude that used to get beat up by Shonuff?
Right.
And
the Last Dragon?
The Last Dragon, yeah.
Yeah.
He looked like him, right? So down there, and just me, just ordinary, just whatever. And I'm like, yo, come here, let me holler at you. I gotta ask you something. You're like, yo, what? And I'm like, no, come here, let me holler at you. I gotta ask you something. You're like, yo, whatever you need to ask me, you can ask me in front of my girl. I'm like, Jack, get your ass over here. So I snatch him. I'm like, yo, that's your girl? He's like, yeah, that's my girl. I was like, yo, how long y'all been together? I met her last night.
Sure. That's not his girl, man.
He met her last night at a club called City Lights. Right, Thursday nights. He met her Thursday night at City Lights. Right, they spent the entire Thursday night together. They spent the entire Friday day together, and now it's like about this time, or it's about like this time on a Saturday. Right. And so they spent a whole a day and a half together. And she got all her girls. And I'm like, bro, y'all been together for a day and a half? Word? Y'all must have fun. He's like, yo, Uncle Freezy, I think I love her.
Oh my God. Already?
By this time, Brown is downstairs, Norris is downstairs, Green is down, like everybody coming downstairs because they playing music in the parking lot. And they see it's me, it's Jackson, Brown coming down to clown them because Brown don't like them. And it's like the other guys coming down too. All of us are around the same age. I was like, Jackson, do me a favor. Don't you never say that shit again. He's like, what? I was like, Jack, don't you never say what you just said ever again. And he was like, but this is real love, Uncle Freezy. You ever been in real love before? Jackson. God damn it, we're 19. Who the hell been in real love before?
Right.
Like, we 19, I'm his big brother, but I'm his big brother because I'm like 8 or 9 weeks older than him. Right? That's the reason why he treats me like a big brother, because I'm a few weeks older than him. So he's like, yo, bro. So his girl come over and she slide in between us and she kissed this man. She French kissed this man down in front of everybody. Right? It was tried. You ever been in a place with two people or showing affection to each other? You feel like mad awkward.
Right. You like the third wheel. You the third wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get a room.
Yeah.
Right.
And her girls, and her girls are just going crazy. Like, yeah, girl, and yeah, she got her man. And one of her friends, no lie. Now, chat, I'm 19 at this time. Right? I'm 19. My man is 19. I assumed all of them were around our age too. Like 18, 19, 20, 21, somewhere in there. Her girl comes over there where she at and has tears in her eyes, crying like, oh, my girl finally found her man.
Crazy.
Try. Listen.
What kind of message is
Detroit, this is military. So this happens. I promise you, this happens in the military, right?
Right.
So her girl, she finally found her man, and so I'm like, so Green pulled me to the side. He's like, yo, that one over there is kind of cute. I'm like, nah, bro, we ain't gonna do that. Yo, we gotta save Jackson, bro. Green was like, yo, look at that one, right? He's like, yo, I don't care. And Green from Chicago, right? Green from Chicago. He like, I don't give a damn about none of that, bro. He like, yo, he a sucker. Let him. He used this. Some term they use in the city, like see a fool, use a fool. Some whatever it is. Some slick Chicago talk that So I'm like, Jack, yo, hey, I left my thing upstairs, man. Hey, walk me upstairs. I'm gonna go get this thing right quick. He like, nah, bro, we gotta go hang out. Like, Jack, come on, bro. He like, yo, nah, man, we only reason I just stopped by to tell you, bro. See if you want to go, but since you don't want to go, you gonna play the game, bro. You know what I'm saying? We out. I'm like, oh shit. Me and Brown walk back upstairs. Brown pointing in my face, and this is back when Brown was my homeboy. Brown pointing in my face all the time. See, I told you, he a sucker, Watch when he get back. Watch when he get back Sunday night. Watch. So they leave. They leave. So the weekend go by. I don't hear nothing.
Right.
And this is back before cell phones, right? So, hey, now you going for the weekend, bro? You just going for the weekend, right? Ain't nothing. Sunday come, right? Sunday come. We get a knock on the door, right? It's the CQ guard. He like, hey, yo, I got a message for you at the desk. Like, a message for me at the desk? Try it's like Sunday night about 7:30, right? So what you got a message for me? He like, bro, I don't read people messages. I'm just delivering the message. So I go to the desk, right? And it's a message that says, call this number ASAP, right? So, so I called that number ASAP, right? I used the phone. I used the CQ phone at the desk. I call the number. It's some strange voice. Hello? I'm like, hey man, somebody told me to call this number. This must be your friend. Here he is. Right? I'm like, yo, what the who was that? He's like, yo, I'm at the bus station. Come get me.
Mm.
Wait a minute. Where are you? I'm at the bus station. Come get me. I'm like, dog, are you telling me to come pick you up from the bus station? He like, bro, me and my girl broke up, bro. It's a long story. Try.
Yeah.
I don't have a car
Mm.
at this time. Remember, I just got out of basic training. I don't have a car. He don't have a car. He's saving up money, trying to get us a, you know what I'm saying? Trying to get me a little whip, whatever. I talk to Brown. Brown, let me borrow your car. Brown tripping. What? What kind of damn question? How you just walk up to somebody and just say, let me borrow your car? I'm like, Brown, I need to use your car, but I can't tell you why. And he's like, yo, Uncle Freezy, you don't know how strange that sounds? I'm like, yes, I understand it sounds strange. He's like, yo, you need to go somewhere? Just tell me you need to go somewhere. I was like, yo, I need to go to the bus station. He's like, the bus station? Bro, it's a long story, bro. So Brown take me to the bus station, and we see Trevor, we see Jack. He don't even have a shirt on. All he got on is a white beard.
Wow.
You know how you go to the bus station and the buses be outside,
Right.
and they have them benches out there with the beer signs on it, like what's the Bulls Colt 45 work every time. Like we walk it, we see them, and all you hear is buses just busting up. Now the buses make a little sound when they be sitting still. He go over there, he like, Jack, what's good, bro? He like, man, I took my girl, man, to the spot. I got all of us hotel rooms because, you know, they wanted to be private. You know what I'm saying? So me and my girl was in the thing, and she told me such and such that, you know, she had an emergency and she needed $300 and that she was going to meet me. She'd be back.
Right.
And she just ain't never came back. Jack, so how did you get to the bus station? My mama wired me some money for me to take the bus back here. So the girls trapped this man. They took him way off, right?
Right.
Took his money and left him. And you remember Western Union?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His mother had to Western Union him $50 so he could get back to the bus station.
It's crazy.
And but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, Jack, you know she ain't never love you, right?
Right.
Jack was like, nah, man, they probably got something serious going on, bro. Because she didn't even come back.
He
So
was that in love with Shorty that he was making excuses for
try.
In a day.
This
her.
is
Yeah.
it's an
In
episode.
one
This is
day.
Mhm.
from Thursday night all the way to Sunday night. She done made him fall in love, took all his money. He at the bus station looking like a fool with no shirt on, and he owe his mama $50.
Well, what happened to his shirt?
Right.
what happened to
Crazy.
I but try if that's like the first time he ever told me that he fell in love with a girl.
Wow.
Me and him was stationed at the same place for about 3 years.
Mhm.
So this dude probably fell in love like 7 times
364
in 3
times.
years. Yeah. Like, yeah. Yeah. Cause he liked the Jackson is like the small town guy.
Yeah.
He's like the captain of the football team, family all in the church. You know what I'm saying? Like family popular. You know what I'm saying? He like a tall, good looking guy. Like he just walk around. And I'm like, Brown told me, Brown was like, bro, just he a fool, bro. Brown was a regular guy from Newark. He was from
Right.
Chat. My man Brown. The reason why me and him is tight is because I'm from a place called Jersey City, New Jersey, and he from a place called Newark, New Jersey. But he used to live in Brooklyn, New York for a time. Like he used to go back and forth. Like his parents, like he go stay with one parent and then come back and stay with the other parent, whatever.
You making us look bad over here.
Hey man, talking about Brown. Nah,
Yeah.
Brown was like,
Brooklyn people don't do nothing like that. You know.
nah, Brown don't. Oh, Brown did do something like that. He sure did.
Yeah.
Brown was like, the chat. So chat, the love thing is a real thing, right? Like people meet and something about their spirits intertwine and they just can't see themselves without each other. And they describe it by calling it love, right? They call it love, right? Because they feel like there was a connection between them two, like on some type of level where it's unbreakable. At least it seemed that way in a moment, right? Brown, it hit Brown too. So Brown, rest in peace, man. I'm gonna try to tell your story right. This woman that used to hang out with us, she used to always be like, nah, man, I ain't never messing with no military man. All y'all dogs. Right. And this was back in the day. Y'all remember the Arsenio Hall show when in the crowd, they used to bark in the crowd?
Right.
Y'all remember that from a long time ago?
Yeah.
And so back then when people used to say something like on time or whatever, we barking.
Right.
So we barking like so. And I forget her name. I think it's like Patrice or something. But so anyway, she was just hanging out with us or whatever. And so this one day, Brown come to me like, yo, I need for you to leave the room because Patrice coming over here. What the fuck? Patrice come over here all the time. He's like, hey. I'm like, what you mean? Right? I'm like, what you mean? Patrice coming over here. He's like, bro, Patrice coming over here. I was like, yo, you smell funny, bro. What the fuck? What you wearing? He's like, yo, I got some cologne from the PX, bro. Wait a minute. Patrice coming over here and you got on $4 cologne? Now I'm starting to put it together. I'm like, bro, I'll be back later. Right? So I leave. And I leave. We just down the hall. by this time, I think Super Nintendo was out, where everybody just in a room. We might have been playing like NBA Jam or something. You know how you just hanging out or whatever? So everybody just hanging out in the hallways, whatever. So Johnson walk up to me and is like, yo, guess who I saw at Red Lobster? I was like, Red Lobster? Shit. Red Lobster is nice, bro. He like, I just saw Brown and Patrice at Red Lobster in a booth, dog. A booth. And I was like, nah, man, they was probably just going to get lunch or something. They might have just been hungry. And, you know what I'm saying? You know, Brown a cheapskate. He eat ramen noodles, so Patrice probably just, like, wanted to pick up something for, like, nah, bro. They was sitting in a booth, dog. I was like, what you mean sitting in the booth? Now, mind you, I'm still young then. Like, I'm still young. Like, he telling me this. He's like, bro, they're in a booth. I'm like, so what? He's like, bro, only lovers sit in a booth, dog. And I'm like, lovers? Lovers sit in a booth? Everybody looking at me like, this kid's slow. Like, but to me, so it didn't dawn on me. It didn't. A lot of the love stuff never dawned on me, because if you never been there and done that, you don't understand it. Right. Like a lot of these dudes had already been down that road, so they already know. But for me, I ain't never been like, to me, like holding hands was just something that you did with, like, a, you know what I'm saying, a woman, whatever, or whatever it is, like, just whatever, like going out doing stuff. I just thought that was part of the process, but I had never been like in that mindset where at that age, where I felt like I could spend the rest of my life with just one person. I was way too young for that, bro. I was like 20, maybe 21, right? I come back, like, we down the hall. I'm like, nah, not my man, bro. My man, you telling me my man is at Red Lobster in a booth eating Cheddar Bay biscuits, bro? You're like, yes. What? Not Brown. Brown. Right? So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Everybody chilling. We hear Brown pull up outside. And we had like a communal bathroom, right? Big bathroom, whatever, like that could accommodate like 40 or 50 people. Everybody go in the bathroom looking out the window. They see Brown and Patrice getting out the car. And we see him walk to the other side and let her out the car. And I'm like, right. Brown come upstairs. And we don't say nothing. Brown go in the room. He looked down the hallway at me to give me the thing, like. So I know I'm just chilling. I ain't going down there.
Right.
So we see that after a while, we see the door open up down there. We see her walking out. And when the door opened to my room, I hear music playing, bro. Vision of Love by Mariah Carey. Like the Mariah Carey album, the first one.
Yeah.
I hear that coming out. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I go down there. I'm like, I know this ain't what I think it is.
Yeah.
So I go down there. I'm like, Brown. He's like, hold on, let me walk her downstairs. And so they go downstairs and Brown come back up. Brown is like, yo, don't start. But by the time Brown come back up the stairs, I already got 20 or 30 people with me, bro. I already got the posse. And we about to put him in court. So we go, I'm like, yo, what's going on, man? Yo, you put on $4 cologne before you left, bro. $4? Now for Brown, that's a lot, because Brown was a cheapskate. Now for me, and for others, we buy But Brown wasn't like that. Brown wasn't no dude that, you know what I'm saying, got clean, whatever. He's like a regular guy, but he felt like it was an occasion to put on cologne. So $4 cologne for him was like a deal. I was like, Brown, are you in love, bro? That man, I'll never forget this as long as I live. That man looks me in my eyes, Try, and says, you need to grow up and be a man, because this is what it feels like being a man. Call it what you want. And I was like, well, shit, I don't ever want that shit, bro. I'm gonna be young forever. You listening to Mariah Carey, bro? That make you a man? And so, ladies, because I'm a clip this. Try it. So now, with that said, right, I'm gonna ask Fritz Alcindor, I'm gonna ask Triborough. So Try, is that what it feel like, that moment? In that moment, like, what does that moment feel like for when you and ladies, we know we'll get y'all side, right? But what does that moment feel like? Did you feel like when you were in that moment, you felt like you had to go buy some cologne?
Nah, I mean, you should have it already, though. I mean, if you like smelling good and you take care of yourself, you should already have that.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I mean, love make you do crazy things. So I mean, you know, for somebody that never wore cologne, they, you know, they would feel like going out and buying some cologne for their woman so they could smell good around her. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, you should already have that. But I mean, love makes you do stupid things sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And even if it's like buying $4 cologne, you know, I never felt like I had to do something like that, you know, just because I was in love, you know what I'm saying? So
I don't know, bro. My man had Vision of Love playing. Like, he was the guy that he was the original music encyclopedia. Like,
right.
my guy Brown, he was like the original. He sharpened, like, I knew music then, but he sharpened me up on music. Like, we used to have music conversations all night, right?
Yeah.
But he like really kind of put me on into like that music space. Fritz, what's good, bro?
Hey, what's up?
Salute.
What's up, Fritz?
Hey, Latoya, what's up?
So Fritz, basically the reason why I'm going over this, right, is because I recently met a group of people and we have these conversations, like these men and women conversations. Like, they want to know what men think, and I occasionally want to know what women think about like certain things. And so I'll ask, right? And so they were like, yo, man, such, and I was like, nah, man, I have a joint, man, a thing called Echo and Essence. Like, it's a group of us that we share it. It's like a platform. We just get on there and chop it up about a lot of stuff. And it was like, well, when next time you going on Echo and Essence? I was like, I don't know. The Knicks play the Pistons tonight. It's like, why y'all always talk about sports? I'm a man. That's just how it is. So it was like, yo, can we come on? No. Not roll like this. I got to prepare y'all first, and then y'all can jump on. And then it was like, well, ask everybody this. What I forget how they ask, like, what do women want from a man? Right? Or not just a man, because I don't want to put everybody business out there, but they're like, what do women want from their mate, right? Like, what do women want? And so they were telling me like what they want, And I was like, some of that stuff that y'all asking for is unrealistic. Right. And then some of that stuff that y'all are asking for, it just sounds like y'all just need friendship. Like not even love. Y'all just want somebody to be with. Right. And so I told the story about Jackson, who fell in love with this girl overnight. Like they spent about 3 whole days together, and he gave her his whole life savings and promised him that she'd be back. And she left that man at the bus station. Or left that man at the telly, and the man had to borrow $50 from his mama so he could take the bus back.
This is Fritz.
Yo, oh my God. Bro, it's still hilarious. It's just hilarious. It's not funny, but it is hilarious though. But so
Was
that's
he on
what we
vacation?
had.
Was he on vacation?
Huh?
Was he on vacation?
No, we had a 4-day weekend. So we had off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I think somebody we actually, it was a 3-day weekend, but somebody passed away, and so they gave us that Monday was a federal holiday. Somebody important passed. I can't remember, but somebody passed away, and so it was like, so we had a 4-day weekend, and I was going to spend a 4-day weekend playing Nintendo in the room, just chilling, because I had discovered. Hey Fritz, when was the first time you had Cool Ranch Doritos, bro?
Wow, a long time ago. Probably 8 or 9, probably 9, probably 9 to 10. When they first came out.
Right.
Just don't drink no water after you had Cool Ranch Doritos.
You know, so and so that weekend, man, I found out that not love itself, but the thirst for being loved by somebody, and the innocence of what you think love is, can set you up for like these weird situations. You know what I'm saying? Fritz, how I know that's true is I listened to about 7 her albums, bro. I know this is true.
You mean infatuation, like that new Can't Get Enough?
No,
You know?
no, I'm saying. Oh, go ahead, Tor.
No, you were straying away from what they said to you. You said, and you asked them what they wanted in a relationship, and it sounded like they wanted friendship. I wouldn't know what they wanted.
But that was the question that they were asking. Like,
They were, and you said some of the stuff they said was unrealistic. It sounded like friendship, like they was just looking for friends. What they said.
well, it's 6 of them, and they all gave different answers.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's 6
None of it sound valid.
I don't know because there are a lot of things in play here. So first of all, like in today's stuff, I don't think the same like about stuff like that no more because I take my mate for granted, right? And
how long y'all been married?
30 years.
Okay, all right. Y'all taking each other for granted at this point, but go ahead.
Y'all the same. Y'all the same at this point. Yeah,
right.
Okay.
Right.
But are these the people you're talking to? Are these women the same age?
Their ages vary. They're from. I think they're like all of them are in their 30s, from like 32 to like 38-ish, and they're not all the same either. It's like different races. Different backgrounds,
right?
Like different, like some of the, like there are like party girls, conservative girls. Like it's just a group of women. They're like all different. But when it comes to like the topic, because how we got to it is, hey man, what you gonna get Miss Mocha for Valentine's Day? Shit, ain't none of y'all business. And so they're like, well, it sounds like you ain't gonna get her nothing. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get her something. Even if I don't, she gonna just take the money and go get it herself. That's just this is just how things work when you at a certain place. And then like, and so I'm like, but what are y'all gonna do? And they started saying stuff like, they're gonna go to like these, I think they called it the, what do you call it when you, Tron, what do you call a place where you dip your food in like some stuff?
Fondue.
Yeah, fondue. Yeah,
Yeah.
like one lady
I took
said,
a girl there once. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good.
yeah, like one person said, like the
Chocolate fondue or cheese.
yeah. And so all the answers vary. And then when I was like, yo, that's kind of like some stuff. And it's like, well, we don't expect certain things. And then that's what led to the, what do you expect? Like, what do you want out of love, like a relationship? What do you want from a man or a mate or whatever? And so it was one of those things where it's like, everybody started giving different answers, but to summarize what they were saying, I just like, said the one thing. So,
Okay.
but they all had basically different answers.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna vary because you have some people who maybe had to come from a family where they had a good marriage, and what they would want is different than somebody who probably only had one parent, and with their idea of what they're looking for would be different.
Right, because all that stuff comes into play.
Yeah.
Right. So Fritz, have you ever been in that situation?
And what kind of situation?
Love.
I'm not married. I thought I was in love. Maybe I was the only one in love.
Because that happens. That definitely happens.
Or they said they were, but you know what I mean.
Okay.
But we were in two different places too. Like my experiences and her experiences were different. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
No, I think this person at the time probably thought they wanted to get married. And just the idea of getting married was romantic to them. Just the idea. And like for me, it's like, nah, like the person, like, it was just different. It's just different.
Right.
Like, yeah, because some people just want to get married.
Yeah.
Like they want the ring, they want the dress, they want to be able to tell their friends or whatever. They want to be able to buy a house with somebody and all kinds of stuff. Like that is romantic to them. Like for me, like nah, like if I can't like chill with you, whatever, that's not romantic to me.
The idea of marriage is not romantic to you, or that they want that and they're not in love.
No, I think the mission. I think the mission was more important than.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So how do you feel about marriage? Do you want to get married?
At this time in my life, I probably won't be married, but
Okay.
I would like to get married, but I probably won't.
Okay. Shit, I told Mocha if she goes to the upper room, I'm gonna marry me a young Caribbean with good credit.
Well, y'all talked about it, so
Yeah.
y'all talked about it.
I was like, soon as your damn wake over, I'm going to the Caribbean. And she was like, so she was like, if you mess around and slip on a feather and you out of here, if you mess around and check out, she going to England because she like this some dude, Idris Elba or somebody. Y'all know who that is?
Don't we
Yeah,
all?
he's an actor.
She gonna use
That
your
was
life
Cleo.
insurance money. She gonna use your life insurance money
Yeah, yeah,
to hook up young Idris.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it don't bother me. I ain't gonna be here. That don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't. It's not. You know what I'm saying? So, but yet to me, the thing about marriage is like I feel where Fritz is coming from. Like marriage is a big step,
I'm
right?
not, I'm not scared of it. Like I'm not scared. I would get married, but like right now, I don't have anybody in my life who fits that criteria. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta see it first.
What criteria is that?
Like, it's someone who would like fit my idea of someone I would marry. Like, I would need someone to fit that criteria. I'm not just trying out people just to be trying out people. You
So you
mean?
dating with a purpose.
Yeah, I date with a person. I don't just be dating.
Okay.
I just don't be. Oh, all right. I'm just be asking people out. Like, nah. Like, it has to be somebody like I really like respect or whatever.
Try. What you think, man? What you think about marriage?
I think marriage is a beautiful thing. It's something special that you know, like when you get to that point with somebody, and it's you're willing to share it with like your family and your friends, and I think that's it's good. I mean, if you lucky enough to meet somebody in your lifetime and you want to spend the rest of your life with them, I think that's something that should that you should do.
Tori, you think the same thing? You think something similar?
Yeah, I mean, I spent most of my life not even thinking about getting married. Like I didn't want to. I wasn't pursuing real relationships. So, but you get a little older and you gain a lot more perspective on life. And I think that if you find that someone, marriage can be a wonderful thing.
Right. Right. Man, Valentine's Day has me thinking like I have a newfound respect for how people approach themselves and what they want versus what they're willing to accept from someone new in order to even get close to approaching that feeling of true love. Because there are a lot of things that go into it. It's like nobody walks out in the middle of the street and be like, I want somebody to love me. It's like a work in progress. Like you have to like prepare yourself and be kind of on guard so people won't take advantage of your heart and your feelings, but at the same time be at a place where if the right person comes along and they prove that they're the right person over time, then you'll be willing to let them in a little bit and a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. That's what I learned from the conversation. Fritz, am I thinking too deeply into that? Or like am I the fortune cookie guy right now?
No, it makes sense. It depends on your background because my religious background is different than yours. But yeah, kind of like I gotta kind of take it. I kind of take it slow because like yeah, a lot of people like they can try to take advantage of you. Like it don't even have to be like financially. It's just like maybe a social status or like you know what I mean. You might bring certain things into your life where they just like the situation being with you. You know what I mean? And I always try to kind of watch that.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
So with you're speaking about the union part then.
No, yeah, because some people are like, yo, I like him because, like, yo, when I'm with this person, like, oh, I'm in a better place than when I'm not with this person. But not that they necessarily like you; they like what you bring. You know what I mean?
That's deeper. That's deeper than what I was prepared for, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Because I'm shallow. I don't know if you noticed that. I'm shallow, bro.
No, because some people like, I'd rather start up as friends because, like, we can be cool or whatever, but, like, a relationship is a whole different step. It's a whole different step.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think about that, Tron? About the union part? Because I know you mentioned about the ceremonial part, like bringing the families together.
Like again, like it has to lead up to that. Like you got to get to know this person before it even goes to marriage and family and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if they make it to that point, then that's a serious commitment to be committed to one person for the rest of your life. And, you know, you got to really be in that mind state, like, yo, like this is the person that I'm ready to settle down with for till I die. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not that person, then you got to cut ties with them and be on your way, and don't waste their time. Let them be on their way so they can find who they want to be with. You know.
Because I mean, there's people willing to just fake it, like fake liking you, just to get whatever from you. So, like, you just can't be just letting people into your life. You just can't be letting people into your life, and these people can't meet your mama. These people can't just be around your friends or you know, around your connections. Like, yeah, you just can't, because that's a lot. That's a lot.
Hey, Tori, I ain't gonna lie to you. I understand where Fritz is coming from, and I wish I was like that. I'm the total opposite. Like, I'm Trumbo. I'm so opposite of Fritz on this, and it's not because I want to be. It's just everybody at our ages. I think we all understand who we are as people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with me and Miss Mocha, I think at the time that that we started talking a little bit, I had already been in a car accident that had me disabled for a year. So I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk for a year, right? And so I was limping, like I was kind of like I was on a walker. And now, mind you, I was still young, man. I was like 22. And so I'm like a 22-year-old on a walker and a cane. You know, the walker with the tennis balls on the bottom? You know what I'm talking about? Like I'm on that trying to, because my back is injured, my hip was broken, and my femur was broken, all these different injuries. So there was down for like a year. And when I met her, I had just put the walker away, and I had just started walking on my own with some pace, right? Like, because the thing about when you're injured and you coming back, it's not just the injury itself, but you got to build your wind up because you ain't been really moving around.
Moving on your feet.
Yeah. So now it's like you walk to the mailbox, you like, you know what I'm saying? So I I was visiting my mom's house, right? And I was going in and I saw somebody like go in the house. I was like, yo, who was that? He said, oh, don't worry about them. I was like, so my sister was like, dang, ain't nobody safe. Like, this is anybody here got a little sister? Anybody got a little, no, look. So I got a little sister, right? So anyway, like we get ready to leave, and this lady and her friend come out of the house with a jogging clothes on, and I'm standing at the car, and Fritz. So back then, you couldn't tell me that I wasn't like K Solo or LL or somebody. It's like Uncle Freezy, right? This is in my mind, right? This is who I was, right? So I'm standing there, and Try, you remember when we used to wear like one pant leg up? Remember that?
Yeah. Yep.
So
we started. LL Cool J started that, so we started doing that like him.
Yeah. So I'm standing there like, you know what I'm saying, like one pant leg up, just and I can't walk. It's like I can't cat call and run over there. So I'm looking like, oh, who is that? And my sister was like, yo, we taking you home. Like, and so I look, and so is Miss Mocha and her friend, they jogging, whatever. Like the health stuff is what they used to do all the time, right? So I see it, but I can't believe who it is, because the way she looked in high school and then the way she looked after high school is like totally different. Like ain't no more braces, ain't no more like them weird glasses your parents used to. Y'all remember when your parents used to buy your glasses and they was like, y'all ain't buying you no $80 glasses. You gonna buy these glasses, they $29, and they get like the worst glasses on the rack, and you and you go to school looking like Urkel. So that was like with us, like with her, I used to see it like totally not like the so she was a cutie, but totally not the standout person. I just put it like that. And so I go away, do all this stuff, come back. She go away, do all this stuff, come back. And then I'm like, golly, who's that? So anyway, I go away again, right? Do whatever, and my brother pages me. Like I look at my little pager. I had the clear one, like with the random lights in it, the red and blue light that go back and forth.
Uh-huh.
So I look at the page, I'm like, okay. I'm like, yo. He like, yo, what's the name across the street? Asked me who you was. I told her who you were. And she was like, but he don't look the same. He look different. It's like, yeah, you know, people grow up and mature. You're not gonna look 16 your whole life or 17 your whole life, right?
Right.
And so he tell me that, and I'm like, okay. And because it must have been something, because he's like, nah, for real. And then I was like, okay. And so I go back over there, and I guess it's like a few months had passed by or whatever.
Right.
And I go back over there, and I'm like, this is what I go over there, and I just stand there, and she look at me, and she fall in love and drag me to the altar. And 30 years later, here we are. Basically. So what I'm saying is it's like the opposite of what Fritz said. Like, what Fritz valued the union, I'm like, I was valuing like everything, carnal stuff, flesh. Fritz, that's not a challenge for you, bro?
it's a challenge. It's my life. Like, you know, I got to be disciplined. Like, my whole background is like, you have to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined.
Disciplined?
You got to be disciplined. Like, yeah. Yeah, you got, for me, yeah, you got to.
Try. What about you, bro? It's the same. Or is it more like everything all at once? Tori, you feel the same way too?
I'm sorry, I got cut off, so I don't know what the question was.
What was the question?
The question I said when I laid eyes on Mo, I was like, yeah, I gotta, yeah. So
You
I
already
walked
know.
over, yeah. So I didn't know about marriage. All I knew was like go talk to her, see what's up. But she was too smart for that. She's too slick for that. Like, you're not just gonna walk up to her with some, you know, with just random street game. Like, she was too slick for that back then. Like, she was. I'm not afraid to say that she was smarter than me back then. Like, when I was like trying to holler at her and trying to get her to do like whatever, she's like, nah, we can talk though. I was like, but come to find out, that's exactly what both of us needed.
Right.
Right. But if Fritz said discipline, bro.
Oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, because we're in a whole different. How old were you guys when you met?
So I was probably 16 and she was probably 14.
Wow.
But it wasn't a thing. It's just I met her. She was just like that girl in the crowd. Right?
Y'all
It's
knew each
like,
other for so long.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I didn't know her like that. Because in this school, it's like, I don't know if y'all noticed this or not, but I'm outgoing a little bit. Right. And so with her, she is friendly, but not outgoing, if that makes sense. And so when I first saw her, I didn't think nothing about her. Nope. Her crew, you know what I'm saying? I was playing sports, popular, all these different things.
No, not you.
Right.
But you didn't actually talk to her till you was like what, 22 when you had this the accident?
Yeah, after the.
So that's a long time. That's a long a bunch of years between 14 and 22.
Right.
No, so I met her at 14,
Mhm.
but I graduated right at 18 and left, and then I didn't see them again until like 4 years later, probably 5 years later.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it was one of them things like I was at a place where I was slowed down and couldn't be outside. Let me just put it that way. Because I was barely able to walk. So I couldn't do a lot of stuff on my own. Couldn't drive. Even though I had a car, I couldn't drive it.
Right.
And so it was like a lot of stuff going on. That's why when Fritz said discipline,
Mhm.
I was like, yo, I ain't
Yeah.
never heard that before.
My head was in a whole different space. Like, yeah, just my background is so different than other people. It's just like ridiculous.
Right.
It's just different. Like I would even my parents wouldn't let me date if I was in high school. Like that just didn't happen. Like and then once I was like 18, I was just trying to get my money up. Trying to get my money up and working on goals, and that's what it's about. Like and I like determined to myself is like, yo, I'm not gonna date until I am 27.
Bro, you were
Like,
saying,
like seriously. Like, yeah, I'm not. I ain't ready to settle down. I ain't like. I got goals. I got things that I do right now, and I
bro,
focus on those things.
you a saint, bro.
But in my background, that's not like totally off. Not like totally weird, but it's yeah.
Right.
I come from a family like we're real goal oriented. Like my sisters are like volunteering around the world in their 20s,
Right.
and then that's something I thought I was gonna be doing in my 20s, but ended up not doing it. But so like my whole thing was like, I'm not getting tied down in my 20 in my I'm not getting tied down in my young 20s.
Wow. Tori, what you think when you hear that? Like somebody with a background that discipline.
I, there's a first time for everything. I don't think I know. Well, I don't mean it as a knock. Like I've just never come across, especially a man. Women I've met that waited a while. Just their family was like, oh, super religious, and it was just not, something that they did as a young girl, a teenager. Something that they had to wait till like they were like 18 or 19. They were not grown, but of age to date. But for that long, that's a lot of discipline,
Yeah,
especially
it
for a
was
man.
just
Because I feel like y'all urges tend to come faster than ours.
early. Yeah, it's early.
So
Yeah. I was,
takes a
man,
lot of discipline not
yeah,
to not to
yeah,
date for that long.
yeah. But man, it's just like I have like friends who were getting married early.
Hmm.
Just didn't It just didn't make sense to me.
No, but I mean, I guess you said I figured dating with a purpose was something that you're doing now as a
Yeah, but
as a
even
mature adult. But I mean,
yeah,
you're in
at the
your
time, but
20s,
like, but our religious background, like it's very like you should date with a purpose. Yes,
right? Right.
dating is
Listen,
fun,
against
but you should be dating
that.
with a purpose.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what you saw, right, and I don't think it's weird if that's what you had around you. That's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
Right.
I know, but I absolutely know that it's weird. Like I absolutely knew.
I don't think it's just. I mean, okay, if that's the
It's
word you want to
different.
use. I just think it's different. Everybody takes a different path in life.
Yeah,
Right. Right.
You know,
yeah,
everybody takes a different path, and if you're the people that you saw around you were doing the same things, then there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
yeah. But I also didn't like that. Like I had my cousins like out the gate. They was having kids at like 18, 19, just having kids all over the place and
Right.
stuff like that. And like, that just didn't. Yeah, it just didn't sit good with me. Just having kids and then
right,
you're not being responsible. And other
right.
people got to take care of your kids, and you know what I mean. It's just like,
It's like, man, I'm not dealing with none of this. I'm gonna go to school. I'm just gonna leave me the hell alone. I'm going to school.
Wow.
Did not appeal to me whatsoever.
We were like the complete opposite, dog. Like, I remember having a crush on a girl in 2nd grade, bro. Like, I saw this girl I remember, no lie, hand to the man, bro. Hand to the man. I'll lay down on a bunch of them Hare Krishna Bibles right now. Bro, it's the honest truth, bro. I remember seeing this girl, and she had these things in her hair called beads, right?
Yeah.
And when she walked,
Remember that.
yeah, and when she
Just
walked,
making noise when she walks.
and I thought that was like the sexiest thing that I had ever seen in my life as a 2nd grader. Right?
Did she have the aluminum foil in them?
Nah, but I know girls that did though. Not
Yeah.
this one. But yeah, man. And I remember coming home and telling my father, I'm like, "Hey, Jim, I'm a man." And Jim was like,
What?
"Well, yeah, this is how boys and men, it's like a different vibe. Like, you can say like, or let me not say it that way. The environment I was in was like that. Like, my family was super religious too. Like, Baptists want to stay in church all day, right? All day, right? And like, when I saw her, it was a girl. Her name was Consuelo, right? And they used to call her Cookie.
Yeah.
Because as 2nd graders, we couldn't pronounce her name, so we call her Cookie, right? And Cookie walked past me with them, with their hair, and because like, this is back in the day where, as kids, all the boys sat together, and then all the girls sat separate on the other side or whatever. Like, we had all our desks pushed together. And I looked at my man's, and he was like, "Yo, you saw that?" I was like, I'm a wife her. She gonna be my wife.
In 2nd grade.
In
2nd grade?
2nd grade. I remember. Yo, real talk. Real talk. Hand to the man, bro. I used to have this thing that you keep all your pencils in, and she used to sit by the pencil sharpener, and I used to ask my teacher, like, "Hey, if you let me sharpen my pencils, I'll clap the erasers." And she was like, "You'll clap the erasers?" I was like, "Yeah. You gonna let me? If you let me sharpen my pencils." And I used to go over there, and I used to be trying to holler, like, "Hey, I got some cookies in my book bag." Like, just little stuff, right? like just
player.
Just trying to, not like, I mean, I wasn't trying to get all of them. I just liked her.
Yeah, and you was trying to woo her with the cookies in your book bag. That's what's up.
I was waiting for the nasty joke.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, he was with the Freudian slips. I was like, what's up with this?
Nah, bro, real talk. Like, I used to do something, like, I used to try to write her a note, but back in the day, like, kids have like these weird, like, we were all kids. So, like, if you tell somebody that you like somebody, they would be laughing like, "Oh, such and such like such and such," and they'll be outside jumping double dutch, like Uncle Freezy and Cookie living in the tree, and all stuff, like they like do double. Yeah, I remember double dutch. Nobody remember double dutch?
Of course.
Like, girls would be out there like doing anything, and no lie, Valentine's Day came, and the teachers was trying to put all the kids together to do Valentine's Day. Like, they'll put 2 girls at the table, 2 boys at the table, and we be in there with construction paper doing hearts, right? And I never forget my cousin William, right? He was older than me. He was like William was like way older than us. He might have been like, he was old as shit. He might have been like a 6th grader, right? And so he was like, yo, when it come time to do the hearts, right, don't give her the construction paper. Tell her that you want to give her your heart, right? I was like, what? He was like, I was like, but I can't give my heart. I can't give her my heart, man. He was like, of course not, fool. Stop being stupid. Stop being, I might have been like 7. He's like, stop acting like a 7-year-old. Just tell her. And I was like, nah, that's stupid. And I know we did the hearts and all that stuff. And like this boy liked her. And I liked her too. And I remember he went over there, like his mom bought her a whole bunch of stuff. He took it to school and gave it to her. And I remember she didn't even open it. She was like, thank you. And my man walked back to his desk. He was like, yo, y'all saw that? I gave her some candy. And she didn't really say nothing. So I was like, okay. And so I slid over to their table, right? And I didn't have no construction paper. And I remember looking at her and she was like, well, what do you want? And I was like, I want you to be my girl. I want you to be my girlfriend. I'm gonna take care of you. You're my woman now. And I never forget, she started like blushing and shit like that. And my teacher with her hating ass, cock blocking ass, hating ass teacher, like, Uncle Freezy, get back to your desk. And I'm like, and so I get back to my desk. As soon as I walk to my desk, all my homeboys over there, just like giving me high fives. It's just like, yeah, man, whatever. And then what I didn't know at the time, I learned it in that moment. I learned that girls stick together and they talk about boys too.
Right.
I didn't know that. They looked over at me and they were smiling and she was smiling back. Right? And so from then on, I was like, yo, hey, Miss Rodriguez, I need to sharpen my pencil. She was like, no, you don't. I was like, what? You told me if I clap the erasers, I could sharpen my pencils. And she like, yo, go clap the erasers. I was like, what the fuck? You ain't gonna let me sharpen my pencil? She's like, no. And I was like, from then on, every time it came a time for me and her to be at the same place at the same time, something would happen, like the bell will ring or something. So I never got the chance to, not in that setting, right? But a weird thing happened. Like we got out of school for the summer. Like when I walked her all the way to her house on Fulton Street, right? As a 2nd grader, I walked her all the way home and we walked and talked about stuff like, man, my mom would be talking about, I'd be drinking up all the Kool-Aid.
You're walking home in 2nd grade?
Yeah.
You didn't take the school bus or?
Nah, I was in the city.
Oh.
Nah, we was in the city. We lived, PS 15. Like it was Dwight Street, Fulton Street, Van, I think it was a Van Pelt, Armstrong, Van Nostrand, right? But she lived at the end of Fulton, though, right, down by Ocean. So I had to walk way out the way and then keep coming all the way back around and then walk up my street instead of cutting through the basketball court, right? Mm-hmm. So I walk her home, right? She in front of her gate because they had a little yapping ass dog. They had a gate in their front yard. We didn't have a gate, right? They had money. We didn't have like bread like that. So I remember her dog started yapping. So she was like, yo, come here, hurry up before everybody come outside. And so I came over there and she kissed me on the cheek, bro, and ran in the house. And listen, when you are up and coming third grader and you get kissed on the cheek by a girl and somebody see it, bro, you got to rep. My homeboys was right there. They saw it. She kissed me on the cheek and ran in the house, right? And on the way walking home, they was like, yo, you the man, bro. She's so pretty, bro. And that summer, my mother friend had a birthday party in the backyard, right? My mother was like, y'all going, because I told her y'all was going. I was like, I don't want to go over there, man. They whack. They gonna be singing hymns, and because they was in the church. I'm like, man, it ain't gonna be fun over there. Right? I ain't want to go. Right? But my mom dressed me up in like this church boy outfit, right? So I had on like dress pants and some shoes, and she was trying to put a tie on me. I was like, I ain't wearing no tie or whatever. You go, I didn't even want to go, right? My mom drops us off over there, and I walk in the backyard, and the first person I see is Cookie. And the first person she see, because we walking in the, y'all know how like the alleyway would be between houses, like you drive to the back to park your car, whatever. We walking up there, through there, and the first person I see is her. And the first person she see is me. Right? And my little sister with her snitching ass, right? Is the first thing she see when I see Cookie is like, oh, I'm gonna tell Mom. I'm gonna tell Mom that you over here. And I was like, ah. So it's a group of her friends and her relatives, and it's me, my sister, and brother. Like, we don't know nobody over there, just them, right? Just whatever. So I go back there, and a lady cut me off. Nope. Y'all ain't gonna be acting fresh back here, right? We like up and coming third graders. She's like, yo, the cake is in the house. We're gonna bring the cake back here. We're gonna play some games. They trying to give out these they give out like these bags or whatever, got little stuff in it.
Yeah.
I ain't even
Party
want
favors?
Yeah. I didn't even want the bag. I was just like, only reason why I took it is because, whatever. I didn't want to get in trouble.
Right.
So we mess around and they sit us down, and she sit across the table from me. And we just like started talking just about regular stuff, like cartoons and stuff. And like third grade, we're going to have to be adults, because third grade ain't like second grade, man. Because in third grade, you got to write cursive for everything, right? So we talking about like third grader stuff. Like, yeah, I know how to write cursive. You know what I'm saying? I write cursive. She's like, you doing the summer reading? I was like, no, I ain't reading nothing. I'm off. I'm off the clock. Like they gave us like 10 books to read during the summer. And by the time I got home, I don't even know where them books was at, right? Because like when I get off the clock, I'm off, right? So we sitting back there talking, and we talk and talk and talk. And my mother calls them. She calls Bernadette, and Miss Bernadette say, hey, your mom said y'all got to walk home, right? So we mess around and walk, but Cookie and them walking with us. So it's like a group of kids, like 10 or 12 of us. We walk in, everybody going to different places though. Walking out the backyard, and her hand bumped my hand.
Wow.
And I look at her like, her hand bumped my hand. And I look at her like, I'm looking at her like, and she looked at me like, what? And then she grabbed my hand and she like pulled her hand close to me, right?
Right.
Close to her. And I'm looking like, oh, this moving kind of fast. Like we holding hands and shit.
Right.
Right. I walk my sister and brother almost home and send them up the block. And then I walk her back to Fulton. And I walk her to the thing, and her mother is, and this is like, I didn't know Consuelo was a Spanish name. I didn't even know she was Hispanic because she was dark.
Right.
Like I'm learning all this stuff as I go. So her mom like, I know you ain't let no boy walk you home. Get your she started calling her whatever you call something. She's like, get your fast ass in the house. Right. But when I get home, like the bag, I look in the bag and it got her phone number in it. I run back outside, go talk to Keith from across the street. He like, yo, what you smiling for, yo? I was like, yo, I got a girl, bro. He like, nah, you lying, bro. You ain't got no girl. No lie. This is like, what year is this? This is like 70, like 19, like this is like 77. Oh no, this is like 76. Something like whatever year they was redoing the Statue of Liberty. Y'all remember when they redid the Statue of Liberty, like 100 years or whatever? Anybody remember that?
No.
That
was before I was born. That was before I was born. Wasn't they like working on the World Trade at that point?
Sometimes y'all make me feel so old, bro. I could just jump out the window.
You a couple years older than me though, Unc. So
right. But I remember having her phone number. Bro, I saved that thing. I put it under my mattress. Because back then we had bunk beds, right? Little brother sleep on the bottom, I sleep on the top, whatever. And I remember putting that phone number under the mattress. And I remember my little brother constantly he's like, yo, I just want to look at it. I'm like, bro, it's just a phone number, bro. He's like, nah, I just want to see it. Like, yo, it ain't real. It ain't real. Fake. Right? I'm like, nah.
Crazy.
I'm a man, bro. I got a woman, bro. She in 3rd grade. Right? Yo. And so, and anyway, long story short, we get to 3rd grade. Things don't work out. We wind up breaking up, right? But just that moment, I was like, yo, I'm a man, bro. Got me a woman. That's why when Fritz said that, I was like, okay, our lives were completely different. Because my family was religious, but we Baptists, and y'all already know what Baptists do. So Fritz, that's why I'm saying, like, yo, you mad discipline, bro. Because I remember when she touched my hand and grabbed my hand, man, I didn't know it then. I didn't know what hormones was, but I remember like my hormones was jumping like a popcorn machine, bro. Like I know what was what. What I did know though is that whatever that feeling was, I liked it. Right. And so that's just where I am with. That's why I kind of felt odd when you said that. I was like, damn, something must be wrong.
No, there's girls I liked and stuff like that, but I knew I wasn't. I knew I wasn't where I wanted to be, or I wasn't ready. I knew I wasn't ready. So I was like, oh, yeah, can't do that. So yeah.
Yeah, I just it was just something about that, right? That moment, like I knew something was up. Oh boy, Try Bird got quiet. Try.
Nah, I'm
Did I
listening.
cross the line?
I'm,
Did I
I'm
cross the line,
listening.
bro?
I'm listening.
Okay.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
Trevor's not married, right? Nah.
I'm just listening, man.
Y'all, yeah, maybe y'all more measured than I am.
What you mean?
Maybe, yeah, I'm just saying maybe y'all have y'all stuff together, and maybe
Nah.
Mm.
I actually like what Fritz just said. I actually waited. I waited to lose my virginity because like when I was a teenager, like I felt like I was ready physically, but mentally, like getting a female pregnant was always in the back of my mind. I was like I didn't want to be a teen parent, and a lot of my friends back in junior high and high school, they were already having kids. So I didn't want to be like them. So I waited till I was like 21 to lose my virginity, and
right.
to me it was like one of the best decisions I made.
Okay.
But that was always like it was always like I was ready, but it was bothering me. Like I don't want to be a teen parent. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't ready mentally for that.
Dang, man, maybe I was in the wrong. Maybe the people I was around was crazy. Tori, is that what it is? Maybe the people around me was like, man, I don't know, bro. Because it was like, because for me, I'll say like this, like I never knew like love or any of that stuff. Like I never knew what that was or whatever. Used to hear this term like how your parents would be playing music in the living room and every song they played had love in it.
Right.
Right. Like so as a kid, I'll be in there listening to like Confunction or Barry White or whatever it is, and they'll be talking about love, and I'm like, love is what it is.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't know. But what I did know though is like, man, when them girls be outside, I'd be like seeing them girls, I was like, and I ain't know what I was doing. They ain't know what they was doing either. We wasn't doing nothing. It was innocent, bro.
Right.
Everything was super duper duper innocent. Like I wasn't never thinking that far ahead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was just thinking about like, yo, she pretty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's basically, and all my friends was like thinking like the same thing. Like, yo, like the word, like when we used to go outside, like 4th, 5th grade, like we used to sit on the stoop and be like, yo, such and such go with such and such now. I'm like, oh yeah? She talking to such and such? Bro, and we like 9. We like 9 years old, like, oh yeah, she go with such and such? Yeah. I'm like, how he hook up with her? She go to Catholic school. He was like, he saw her down at the square. She was by herself. Like we talking like these girls are like like antelopes on the savannah. Like yeah, she was by herself. So I just went over. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. Yeah. I never thought that far, bro. All I was thinking, like when I first saw Cookie for the first time, and she had them beads in her hair, them wood, the things, I was like, I just got a crush on her. I didn't even know what the word crush meant. I just knew I was feeling some type of way.
Right. Until you got older and then you realized what it was.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh boy, Tori B done got quiet. Tori, you judging me now? I'm not perfect. I'm just.
I don't know. One of these days, I'll send you the wedding invite.
Bet. But remember, I'm Baptist though.
What's wrong with that? What is that?
I'm just saying, bro. Like
the wedding part might be a little boring, but the music always gonna be good. Music reception always gonna be.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, man. So how did y'all know? How did y'all know where y'all were when y'all like got to a place like when you were ready?
Like, see, like when I got older, like just being more mature and it just you just know when it's time. Like I just felt like at that time, like I was talking to somebody, and I just felt like I was ready at that time compared to like when I was a teenager. I would have made a mistake that I could have regretted. So I just felt like waiting was good, and everything they say everything happens for a reason, and I just felt like at that time it was just like the right time, and that's what happened. But I'm glad I waited because like I said, like a lot of friends that I had, they were having kids at 13, 14 years old, and I didn't want that. I didn't want to risk my teenage years, and it's like kids raising kids,
Right.
and then I didn't want to like sacrifice my teenage years, raising the kids. So that's why I waited. But I said like even back as a teenager, I said when I'm in my 20s, hopefully that's when I'll be ready, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
To date, I kind of planned it out because I said 27, and yeah, around 27, I thought my job was doing pretty great at 27. So I thought I had a good if I got married, like yeah, I had a pathways for being successful. Like you know what I mean? Okay, if I got married at this point, like I'll be okay. Like I ain't gonna be I ain't gonna be poor or you know what I mean? Or and I don't know. I was just more open to being in a relationship, I think. Because before that I was like close to it. Like I would meet girls and they'd be like trying to get to know you and be like, nah. Be like, nah, I don't give out my number like that. Or I don't date like that. I just had to be guarded. Like
Wow. Bro, like listening to y'all, bro, I'm like, man, y'all must have like a great like people talking to y'all and all that stuff.
Mhm.
no,
Like,
it's you know what? I just didn't I just seen examples that I didn't want to be.
right,
It's more like someone get married too early and then they don't the girl they like when they was 20 ain't the girl that he would probably be with if he was older and
right,
matured a little bit. You know what I mean? Or he got or somebody got married and she holding him back. She holding him back from being like where he want to be.
right.
Or I even have one of my boys like unhappy. Like
Oh wow.
she wanted it to be like his best friend. She didn't want him to have no friends. She was like nothing. I was like, yo, that is a nightmare.
Wow. Wow. Yo, bro, oh my gosh. I'm so the opposite of that. That makes so much sense, bro. Like that makes so much sense on like from a mature standpoint. Man, man, my cousins and them used to be like, bro, you ain't got no girlfriend yet.
Right.
And I'm like, Yo, what you mean? I got all the ladies, bro.
All my cousins. All my cousins, like, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
All my cousins were like, you know, we always I got a million cousins. Literally, I could probably call 40 or 50 cousins right now.
right.
And every time we go to each other's city, like, you know, we kind of get together. All the cousins go out. We'll go to a bar. We take over the bar. And yeah, it's just crazy. And
Bro.
no, I just watching them, yeah, how their lives go. I just like, yo, that ain't gonna be me.
Right.
That ain't gonna
And
be.
when I in retrospect, like well, not in retrospect. Let me just say, I think I'm at I have a great life, man, great wife, man, great family. You know what I'm saying? They're not as supportive as they should be because a lot of them are haters. Like you got, I don't know if y'all have members of in y'all families that they don't never have good stuff to say about nobody.
Right.
So I have some of those in my family. At the same time, it's like it's still a good family dynamic though, but it's like, yeah, it's just like that. Like I'm trying to describe it, and I don't know like another way to kind of describe it without saying, because I don't want to talk trash about my family because it's a good family, bro. But at the same time, I don't think they taught. But you know what though? They weren't really supposed to because they were like my age. Well, just a little bit older than I tell y'all how I got cousins. Like my older cousins now, they're a little bit older than me. Like they in their 60s, right? Like they in their 60s. But when we were young, bro, they ain't really. But I think it's because ain't nobody really showed them nothing either.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't have another way to put it. But let me ask y'all this. When did y'all first recognize that y'all might really be in love with somebody?
I mean, when I lost my virginity, I was already feeling like that with her. So, you know, I was at the point where, you know, this is the person at that time that I was going with, and you know, she didn't believe me. I remember when I actually told her that that she was like my first, and she didn't believe me. She thought I was lying.
Right.
And I was like, nah, like I waited all this time, and it wasn't easy. Like just as a teenager and having different feelings and not knowing, you know, what it really was. But you know, I remember telling her, she thought I was lying. She thought I had like a bunch of girls before her. I'm like, nah, that's my first one.
Right.
You know, and I think from then on, like we just became like even closer. Like we still friends now. Like she follows me on Instagram and all that. Like we still friends, but we haven't been together in years. But it's like we just you know, grew together. You know what I'm saying? And you know, at that time, like I was ready. Like I was feeling like I love this woman. I want to be with her, and so that's when I knew. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like if you know, when I was a teenager, I wasn't in love. Like I was talking to like girls here and there, but I didn't have that feeling back then. I was just being a teenager and talking to different chicks. So I wasn't that's why I was glad I didn't make a mistake I would have regretted. Cause I'm like, well, I'm not in love with none of these girls. Like I don't want to end up slipping up and you know, regretting that for the rest of my life. So, and mind you, I only had my mom in my life. So my mom was like always, you know, talking about staying safe and condoms, giving me condoms and all that. And I didn't have no dad in my life. So it was like I didn't want to do something that I would have regretted. So was with this woman, like I was like, yo, like I love this woman, that's my girlfriend, and that's how I felt. So I think you have to really know yourself, despite whatever you feeling physically. You have to really know if you're gonna be with this person for a long time or not. You know what I'm saying? And if it's gonna be like a long time, then
Right.
you gotta show that person that you love them. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not gonna be like that, if it's just gonna be like some short term thing, then you gotta end it at some point.
Oh, right.
You know?
Right. Your Fritz used the same way, bro?
Nah, I think once I resolved that I could be open to a relationship, and there was somebody I really, really rock with, and it really aligned, like where I wanted to go in my life, aligned where they want to go in their life. I kind of opened myself up to it. Like I was open to it. Like before that, I just wasn't open it, because like if it ain't gonna align with where I want to go, nah, I wasn't gonna do it. Like,
was it a cultural thing, you think, or is that just a personal decision?
no, it was like it was not. It's religious, but also I don't want somebody in my life who ain't gonna. If I can't do the things I want to do, I don't want it. Like, if me, volunteer my time to do this and volunteer my time to do that, if it's a problem, like, okay, maybe we shouldn't be together. Or, hey, if my family's a problem, maybe we shouldn't be together. Or,
right.
Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's always something. You know what I mean? Because I know some girls are like, at the time, they would love to be in my life, but like, I don't, the speed that they live at and the speed I live at and what they want to be doing and what I want to be doing ain't the same.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Man. Y'all lives sound like a storybook, bro.
No, I had like goals, like, hey, I want to do this. And a whole bunch of girls be like, oh yeah, I want to do that too, just because you said it, but they didn't really want to do that. Like they, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yo, it was hard because I mean, like as a teenager, and you in high school, and you got different girls like that want to talk to you, and I remember I had one girlfriend that she actually thought I was gay when I didn't want to sleep with her, because like she never had, I don't know if she felt rejected, but she felt like she never had like a guy tell her he didn't want to sleep with her. And when I told her that, it was like it's only because like I told her like, yo, like I'm not ready, like I'm ready physically, but mentally, like when in school at that time, back in junior high, we had sex education, so they was already telling us what to expect, and just going through the sex ed classes, I was like freaking me out about catching AIDS.
Yeah.
At that time, Magic Johnson that came out, and he had AIDS in '91.
Yeah.
He had HIV, and that was like one of my favorite ball players growing up and watching him. And when he had to retire because of that, I'm like, oh, this is real. This is something that celebrities are catching. So, going through, like seeing how how that affected him, and he had actors like Rock Hudson die from AIDS or whatever.
Right.
And having sex ed, like just after that, and then being a teenager and then having these different girls wanting to sleep with you, and I'm like, yo, like I'm ready, but I'm not ready. And I remember telling her that, And she thought she called her cousin up on three-way with me, and her cousin was like, "Yo, like, what's wrong with you? Like, are you gay or something?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I had to tell them, I'm like, "Yo, like, I'm not ready yet." And I was like 14, 15.
Right.
And I'm telling her, and she was gorgeous too. And I'm telling her, like, "Yo, like, I'm not ready yet."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that was hard as like, and it was like different girls. I'm like, and I look back at that now, I'm like, bro, like if I was like 14 back then, running through the different chicks, I would have had like a bunch of kids, a bunch of baby mamas, and
Right.
I might have been dead. You know what I mean? So like, I'm glad I waited.
Right.
So it was just, and then you know, like like hip hop too. Hip hop, we had like certain songs in hip hop that they were teaching us about that stuff.
Right.
KRS One, you know, De La Soul, like they were teaching us like, yo, like if you're gonna have sex with somebody and you got to strap up. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, Ed O.G. and the Bulldogs, they had a song called "Be a Father to Your Child."
Yeah. Yeah.
Classic song, and for me, that hit home because I never grew up with a father in my life.
Right. Right.
So I'm hearing these different songs. I'm like that was like teaching us like about life. You know what I'm saying? And all of those songs like stuck in my head, and I just waited. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's not gonna be for everybody, but like for me, I just had like a good family and support system already where I can, like, they knew like if you having these type of feelings and we know you're a teenager, just be protected, be safe. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids didn't have that. They didn't have that growing up in their household. So I just had that support from my family that it was okay to wait. You know what I'm saying? And I had to be real with myself, and I had to be real with whatever female that I was dealing with at that time.
Man, I wish. Now that I think back on it, man, yeah. But I wasn't even thinking about like, like I don't know, like this, like when I was talking about like with me, I wasn't thinking about like sex like that. Probably until later, but at the same time, I really want to be with these girls, bro. Like,
Yeah, for sure. Like you know, we had the chicks in high school, they were thick before thick was even a thing.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, they were gorgeous, but I was like, yo, like I can't slip up and do something I'm gonna regret for the rest of my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I like I was glad that I waited. Like I said, everything happens for a reason. It just wasn't my time back then. And when it was finally my time, then I did it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It sounds like Freezy just like to chase.
He was chasing. You was the real gigolo, Freezy.
He was just chasing.
Yeah.
But I mean, but I didn't, but again, like, I'm not saying that I was mature. I'm just saying that I was in like a moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like because I remember as a second grader, bro, I wasn't thinking about like doing the nasty. I was just thinking about like, it's just something about this girl. I just want to be with this girl. That's what it was mostly like for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if a pretty girl like move on your block or whatever, like I never forget, like as long as I live, bro. I think I was about, so I had just made the basketball team. And so as a sixth grader, in the basketball team only, you had to be a seventh or an eighth grader. And I made the basketball team because I was tall. I never forget. I was just like, I wasn't coordinated or nothing. I was just tall, right? And so I made the basketball team just off of being a big person, right? And I remember everybody on the block was like, yo, man, Uncle Freezy made the ball team, bro. And I remember like they bought us these sweatshirts to wear. This is before hoodies was a thing.
Right.
And And I remember I had the sweatshirt, man, for PS15 basketball. And I wore that shirt every damn day, bro. I was so proud of that shirt. And people would see, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he made the ball team. And you know what I'm saying? So girls, like, the girls been like, yo, man, he made the team, man. He gonna be somebody. And I remember the girls would just be walking by. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell ladies, if y'all watching, it's all y'all fault. Because I remember just being on the block, like 12 years old, walking by, like just on the block, we just leaning on somebody's car, like maybe just leaning on somebody Eldorado, just chilling. And like girls would just be walking down the street, like with them, what you call the lollipops? The
pops?
They be walking by, like with them blow pops and maybe like them candy shoes. Remember the shoes they used to wear?
Yeah, the jellies.
The jellies, yeah. They'd be walking and just be looking. And the fortunate thing for me, which was kind of not fortunate, is like our neighborhood was mixed. Like
Right.
people was from like the Bahamas, people was from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, people was like from Haiti, Jamaica, all these different places. And so my man Will was from the Bahamas, and he looked like my man Will Redden, and we still friends to this day. He was he's a light-skinned dude. He looked like, he looked like what's my guy from what's the Arab guy from Jason's Lyric?
Alan, what's his name?
Yeah,
Alan,
the
Alan
Arab
Anthony? What's
guy.
his name?
Yeah, him.
Alan Payne?
Yeah, he looked like he had like good hair and like
Right.
this thing, and so the girls just see him, and they just be like, "Oh, hey, Will." Like they don't even know, like they didn't even know him. I'm like, "Yo, you know them?" He's like, "Nah, I don't know them." How do you know your name? Like, man, look at me. Okay. But like with me, I had uncles that was like that would school me up, like, yo, like when them girls walk by, just pull your money out your pocket and just be like, just doing your money, just
Right.
like my uncles them used to school me to the game, like when the ice cream truck come, don't run up there, just take your time, man. Let everybody get their thing, and then when you get up there, pull out like a $10 bill. Like, man, I ain't got $10. Like my uncle Lee, and this is like when hip hop first started. He'd be like,
Right.
yo, when the ice cream truck come, don't be out there acting like a kid. I'm like, but I'm a kid. You're like, no, but just don't act like it. You're a man, just don't act like you're a kid. Right? Ice cream truck would come and everybody be going crazy. People be saying about an ice cream truck or whatever. Ain't nobody got no money. Everybody broke. Right? And I just be like standing here like, yo, just like find you a girl, just talk to her, right? The ice cream truck come, just let everybody go crazy, and then ask her if she wants something. Like, you want something off the ice cream truck? You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, I want something off the ice cream truck. And then like, while everybody going crazy trying to get their mama to throw money out the window, you and your girl will walk up there like a couple. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You get your girl a little something like the 50 cent cone, whatever. You want something to drink? You want a soda or something? Yeah. And get her like an RC Cola off the like you been spent $1, but she be your girlfriend all summer. Like, my man got money. You know what I'm saying? But that's why when I think about all the silly stuff that that I went through, and then here y'all, I'm like,
Mhm.
my life was a damn disaster, bro.
You was a pimp, yo.
Good
Nah,
night,
man.
fellas. I gotta take it on down. Work for me in the AM.
All right.
All right,
All
bro.
right, catch you
Hey,
later.
it's good talking to you again, too, yo.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Now, I wasn't like, I didn't want all the girls. I just wanted the prettiest one. For real, man. I didn't. That was just that was just the thing for me. And then I hear about y'all. I'm like, man, these dudes around me just telling me all kind of stuff, and I should have just been a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
saying?
You know, that's what I think that's what's missing now with kids, the innocence, because the social media plays a big part in their lives and the devices.
Yeah,
And we didn't have that back then. So it was like we had just being a teen and doing what teenagers do. And I'm like, I didn't want to miss out on that, because I had to end up taking care of a baby. So that's why I waited for me. But I mean, that's not gonna be everybody. Everybody at 14, 15, they're not gonna have that type of mentality.
Yeah.
right.
No, I knew I wanted to I wanted to have like a full life. Like I didn't want to be like tied down early. Like I wanted to travel a little. I wanted to do like everything. Like I wanted to do everything. If I could go parasailing, if I could do whatever, I wanted to do everything. And yeah, I didn't want to be tied down early.
Man, I wish.
And also my aunt and uncle, they kind of influenced me too because they got married early.
Okay.
And she was like, I don't know. It's a long story, but basically, he promised her like they were going to experience things. So they're always going on trips, even now. Like they're always going all over the place. They're experiencing new things.
Right.
She didn't want a boring. She didn't want to be a boring wife. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So yeah, even though they got married early, like they were always into traveling and always into.
Bro, I didn't even know anything about the world, bro. Like the world to me as an adolescent was the Bronx, New York. Like when May got here, like as a fifth grader, and by the time when May got here, like Memorial Day, I couldn't wait to get to the Bronx, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't wait to get to the Bronx because I had cousins over there, and for some reason, the girls over there just seemed different than the girls in Jersey City, but they wasn't.
Sure.
It's the Bronx.
But they just seemed like it because
It's the hood.
Yeah,
It's the hood, you know.
Right.
But I was poor, so like no, I wasn't poor, but like we were like, you were that family where you're poor in the middle class.
Yeah.
Like you ain't have money, but you have just enough money to be poor in the middle class. You know what I mean? Nice neighborhood, but you ain't got no money.
Right.
So we ain't really, as a family, like we didn't do the Disney World thing. We didn't have these extravagant traveling. Like the extent of my traveling is going down south to see your family. Like that's the extent of like traveling. So like I'm like, oh, when I grow up, like, oh no, I'm not gonna be. That's not gonna be my life. Like, nah, I'm gonna go. I want to see Caribbean. I want to see all these places.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't want to be like. I don't want a small life. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, yeah. So 20 years old, like, yeah, I started going out, going to New York, or my family would have something. I'll go down to Atlanta, or I'll go down to Florida. I would start taking trips or taking cruises with friends and stuff like that. So, yeah.
The difference, I think the major difference between like when y'all like those traps that y'all talking about, that wasn't the trap for me. The trap for me where I lived was drugs.
Right. That too.
Yeah, that was our major.
Yeah. I mean, because like even in my neighborhood, like in Brooklyn at that time, it wasn't gentrified. It was still hood. We still had our mixed cultures. We had Hispanic, we had our Korean, we had our African American. The tension from the Jews and the cops has always been a thing. But I mean, we had to worry about drugs and crime on the streets, and I grew up with friends on the block that were drug dealers, and they went to prison or they died, and that was another thing as a teenager that you had to worry about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And for me, I never was the type to run the streets. So I was out of the streets. Like my mom kept me out of the streets and into sports and into music and curricular activities. So that's why I've played sports, baseball, football, karate, gymnastics. I did all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was into. And I had friends that unfortunately they succumbed to the streets because they were chasing the money. They were chasing the girls and the flashy things, and I just had a different path.
Right. Yep. That's the same. The thing with us is, I think they call them OGs.
Yeah.
So we had on my blocks especially, like dudes wouldn't let me get out of pocket. Right? You always had to represent your neighborhood. Like your neighborhood was the most important thing back then. Like you couldn't, like if you lost a fight at school, you had to tell the whole story on the block.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On the block, they like, yo, nah, come here. And you like, yo, man, I gotta tell these dudes, man, how I got beat up at school or whatever, and tell me who all was involved and all these different things, man. And it's like, you had to like legit had to tell them because you couldn't like be soft in our neighborhood because our neighborhood was tough, bro. And our neighborhoods was sandwiched in between other neighborhoods. It wasn't like our neighborhood and then the mall, right? All our neighborhoods was mashed up together, right? Like our neighborhood was between Ocean and Jackson. Like our neighborhood was from Stevens to Dwight Street, between Ocean and Jackson. And then on the other side of Ocean to Garfield, that was like a whole nother neighborhood, right? Like you go down there trying to holler at a girl, they're going to chase you back across Ocean. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even though it wasn't that far apart, but it was like neighborhoods was crazy. So it's like, if you fought somebody at school, who fault it was? Man, he was calling me a name, so I punch him in the face. Like, no, Uncle Freezy, you punched him in the face because he called you a name, bro. Now when you go down on this block, you know what's gonna happen, right?
Right.
I'm like, what? Now they're gonna jump you. Like, oh man. Yo, then so what we do, they'll go get my man and they'll bring him up on Ocean and we'll meet at Ruby or something. And they'll be like, y'all shake hands. I ain't shaking that motherfucker. Yo, if you don't shake his hand, I'm gonna beat you up, Uncle Freezy. And I'm like, you ain't gonna beat me up. And then you remember, like, you 10 and your OGs is like 14. Like, yeah, they gonna beat you up, bro. Because you know what I'm saying, you can't be bringing no trouble to the block. They trying to keep the block straight. It's enough. They worried about the cops. And we bring in unnecessary drama to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So while that was a thing, like while trying not to be, the thing we was focused on was that, like, trying to survive, like trying not to get murked, basically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was
Yeah.
was our thing, man. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. It was a crazy. Yeah, that's a wild time, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Everything is different now. Like gentrification is like all over now. So it's not the same New York like it was in the 80s and 90s.
Right.
Back then we had, we had real life problems to deal with. We didn't have to deal with social media. I feel like now kids, there's so much pressure for them now because of social media, and they have there's more peer pressure on them.
Yeah.
Right. Back then it's like I didn't have no peer pressure to do anything I didn't want to do. I never had like friends was like, oh yeah, you should go ahead and lose your virginity at 14. I didn't have all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I feel like now it's like, I agree with what Miggy said. Like, I do feel like there needs to be an age restriction on social media for kids.
Yeah.
Because like even as a grown man now, and you scrolling on the gram, it's like so much like sexually, clips and content, like just rampant out there. It's like I don't know what I would have did if I had social media at 14.
Bro, that's
You know what I'm saying? I think we would have been lost in the sauce, and I just feel like I think now it's worse for kids now, growing up with having to deal with the peer pressure and the cyberbullying, and I didn't go through none of that.
Bro, I had a bully on my block, bro.
Mhm.
Like, legit. The funny thing is, the bully on our block for our age was a dude named Junior. And Junior was like, he wasn't tough. He was just like tough for us because we wouldn't fight him because he was bigger than us.
Right.
And Junior, I think Junior was in the same grade as us, right? He's in the same grade as us, and he lived on our street, right? But it was just, we just wouldn't fight for something. He was like the dude, he was like the big dude that balked all the time. Like, come here, boy. He was like, man, golly, Junior, leave me alone, Junior. Like that. Like, he was like the big dude. And I remember this one day, man, it had snowed, right? Like, it had snowed, and my grandmother wanted some fish off of Jackson. Right? I think they call it Martin Luther King now, Martin Luther King Boulevard, they call it now. But back then, it used to be called Mahalia Jackson Avenue, right? And my grandmother gave me $3 to go get some fish with the head still on it, right?
Right.
Like, clean the fish, don't cut the head off.
Mhm.
Ew, mother, you eating fish with the head on it?
My
Ew.
grandfather used to do that.
Yeah, like
Oh, my grandma. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was walking up, me and my sister. We was walking, and I was like, and she was like, if Junior come outside, you better not let him push you around. And I was like, I ain't worried about Junior. I'll whoop Junior. This is like, when you're a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like my life was like, you ever seen that movie The Wood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My life was like that, but in Jersey City.
Mhm.
Right?
Right.
So we walking up the street, and we see Junior outside and all his boys. It's me and my little sister, and Junior and his crew. It's like 7 of them. And we walk in, and we're like, oh, look who it is. And so my sister's like, man, come on, let's just cross the street. Like crossing the street that's going to stop Junior from coming over there, right? So we walk in, and we cross the street. And him and his crew, they just bomb me with snowballs, right? Snowballs just like every, and I'm like, ha, 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 ha. And I'll never forget that dude ran back, and he punched me dead in the eye, like, right.
Wow.
And I was like, why you do that, Junior? And his friends was laughing, And he ran back and punched me right like dead on the mouth. Boop. And something had, you ever seen a tea kettle ball over?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo.
You was fed up.
Because he used to beat me up all the time, bro.
Uh-huh.
Right? And so something balled up in me, but I wouldn't do nothing. I had my fist balled up, and his friends was laughing, calling me names. And I never forget, bro, him and his friends pushed me down and wouldn't let me get up. And my sister was like, you gotta fight back.
Yeah.
But it's 7 of these dudes, right? We like 19 years old. And I remember I saw a dude lift his foot like he was gonna kick me, right? Like he read his foot back like he was gonna kick me. I stood up. And I was like, and then like, oh, he mad now. And Junior read his fist back and tried to punch me, and I ducked out of the way. Junior was trying to knock my head off, bro. But when he missed, my fist activated by itself.
Wow.
That's the way I tell the story, everybody. Like, I didn't throw the fist. My fist threw itself, right? I hit Junior dead on the point of, bow, on his nose. And it was like, it was cold outside or whatever. And I could see, like, the tears coming out of his eyes.
Wow.
Bro, and I was like, bro, something in me just snapped. Bro.
You just had enough. You was tired of being bullied.
Yeah, bro. I hit Junior in the he was trying to move, and I kept punching him in that same spot. Boop. Right. Dead on the boop. See, I didn't know I could fight because I never fought nobody.
Right.
Right. Not no real fight. Like, when you kindergarten, everybody fight, everybody cry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then everybody get a juice. You know what I'm saying? You get a Band-Aid on your little boo-boo, whatever.
Right.
And I kept punching Junior in the nose, and he ran off, and I saw his boys, like, they didn't know what to do. And I started running after them, like trying to scratch them, like I was scratching them all in the face, trying to punch them. And them boys started running, and I chased Junior down, and I got my grandmother $3 back for that fish. Because he just took the money out of my pocket, he just went in my pocket and took it. Right, man. I chased Junior down in the alley, and I beat Junior up and took my $3. And his mama was fussing, get off my son, get off my son. I got the $3. And man, me and my sister, we ran up to the fish place, and we came back. Like, we got the fish, and we could see Junior and his family at our house. Right?
Right.
And his mother was like, he went in my son's pocket and took something out, and we don't know what he took. And when I told my grandmother that was the $3 for her fish, my grandmother
she went out there.
My grandmother had this stick. She used to call it the rat stick, right? Because where we lived at, we had mice.
Right.
And so we put the glue trap down or whatever. And when you catch a mouse, you just hit it with the rat stick. This is what we used to call it, right? My grandmother grabbed that rat stick and came down them stairs. And my grandmother was like, how can you describe her? She was tiny, but she was like Della Reese. You remember Della Reese, Harlem Nights?
Yeah.
My grandmother was like that. Like, my grandmother I remember, man, we was at church. My grandmother cussed the preacher out at church, bro. Like, y'all always trying to get us to give y'all some goddamn money, just cussing them out. Like, oh, we at church. Y'all, what y'all think we the bank? We got no damn money. My grandmother cussed the preacher. But I never forget, man. Junior had his whole family down there talking about I assaulted him and his 7 friends by myself.
Wow.
Yeah. And they down there looking like Vietnam vets with them scratches on their face and all that stuff. And the lady from across the street, she saw the whole thing. She was like, it's about time that boy done fought back. They be beating up that boy. They bully that boy every day. They won't leave that boy alone. And he finally, and I was like, you ain't got to be that graphic. Like, I'm right here. You got to...
Right.
But yeah, man. So, but that's what it was like in Jersey City, bro. You had to defend yourself. That's why when y'all saying, like, when y'all was mentioning those type adolescent things, like when we was at, it was like survival, bro. Like survival mode, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about girls and surviving. Don't do drugs. Right? That was it.
Right.
That was about it. So, Fritz, I had the same thing in up top where y'all was at.
What do you mean? How? Like, drugs wasn't a big thing for me. Yeah, drugs wasn't a big thing for me.
Right.
I don't know.
They
Like
used to
friends.
sit on our stoop and smoke crack at night. Like the building we lived in, the house we lived in, it was right next to the basketball court, right? So they used to, like, the crackheads used to, like, you know how the recreation department have a gate up to separate the park from your house, right? But in between that was this little spot where they would put boxes up on the gate, so nobody can see them, and it'll stop the wind from blowing. And then it was like that gate and cardboard, and then our brick steps. You know what I'm saying? So it was like that, bro. And so
I mean, like some kids smoke weed and stuff, but that was never what I was. Those aren't like my real friends.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. The drugs I'm talking about, these were adults though. They, you know,
grown, yeah.
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
The kids used to like sell whatever. Like one
yeah. No, I knew kids who sold, but like I don't think, unless you was looking for it, I don't think it was a big thing.
I knew I wasn't a drug dealer because this dude on my block, he was constantly trying to build like a little name for himself, right? Dude named Charlie O. He was like 15 and we was like 10. So he was like trying to build a name for himself on the street. So he called himself giving us weed to sell for him so he can kind of, you know. And I remember he gave me a nickel bag of weed, bro. And I was terrified, bro. I was having nightmares, bro. The next day, I think I held it for like 3 days. But I was so scared. I was so scared, bro, that I knew what weed was, right? Because I had people around me that smoked weed. I wasn't naive. But being a drug dealer, though, scared me. The main thing I was scared about was not even the police and none of that. I always thought, like, if my mother found out, it's going to break her heart. You know, here she is. She go to work every day. My pops go to work every day. And then they son out here trying to do this. And they provided for me, bro. I ain't really need nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, honestly, I never seen a drug dealer who had real money.
Yeah.
I see people who kind of front like they got money, but like I ain't never seen like a drug dealer have real money.
Right.
Like I've always seen like people have real money, have real jobs. Like you know what I mean? So I'm like, it just never, like I kind of see through it. And it's like, I mean, you might have a kid who has a little bit more money than a kid usually has,
right?
But like, it ain't real money.
For us, it was kind of like the opposite for us. Maybe it was because there's an age gap, or maybe it's because the communities were different. But we had a guy at the end of our street. He was a pimp, but he didn't say he was a pimp. He was like a gentleman, but you always saw all the ladies going in and out of his house. Right? Everything was clean. he used to pay us. He'd be like, "Hey, wash my hubcaps. I give you $1." I ain't wash no hubcaps for no dollar. Right? He trying to teach you how to be industrious. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
Wash my hubcaps, man. I'll give you $1. Or clean my white walls off, man. I'll give you $2. And my family, they like, man, don't go down there messing with him. But he never bothered nobody. He went to church. He was nice to everybody on the block, all that stuff. People's lights go out or whatever. They were like, hey, Mr. Sammy, such. And, what I'm saying, whatever, however they made the arrangement, whatever. But he used to be like the OG on our block. Like live right down on the corner, like maybe a house down from the corner. Nice house, kept it clean. He was the first house on our block to get you remember when Sears used to do vinyl siding?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the first person to get that Sears vinyl siding on his house. Right. And he had 3 cars, kept 3 cars all the time. But yeah, on our block, bro, it was like we knew people on the block had money, right? Like Mr. Best had a cleaners, right? You ain't never seen nobody walk in and out there with clothes.
Mm.
But he was the numbers man.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you go to the cleaners to play the number. Every now and then you'll put something in the cleaners, right? But that man ain't. I remember he pulled out so much money one time. He pulled out so much money. Him and his homeboy was in there, and they had an old gun on the table, like an old little pistol on the table. Now I know they had other stuff in there. I ain't never seen it, but nobody never bothered him either, right? But I remember he pulled out so much money one time, bro. My head was spinning. And I seen money before. My uncle used to, every time I think about my uncle, bro, I be wanting to damn cry, right? My uncle used to be the man and then wound up being on that stuff. Life just go crazy, right? But on our block, people had money the illegal way. And normal people, they jobs, they just scratching and surviving, bro. Like they just scratching and surviving. Like I remember going to the Puerto Rican store and my mother would be like, give me $2. And she'd be like, go get this. Like, shit, I'm gonna get that with $2. And what I didn't know is she had the Poppy used to give her credit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like when we be broke, kids be hungry, Poppy will look out for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, let me get $4 worth of ham, let me get $3 worth of such and such, and a loaf of bread and some mayonnaise. And then I give Poppy $2. and Poppy will go and write on a little notebook, whatever, flip the page, write on the notebook. And then, I ain't never had no. The only time I had a problem with Poppy is I tried to steal an orange out the store. Right? And Poppy had tears in his eyes. He's like, hey, you stealing out of here? And man, Fritz, he cussed me out, man. And he told me he was going to call the police. He picked up the phone and act like he was calling the police, but he didn't. Man, I was so nervous. And Poppy let me go. He was like, hey, man, take that orange. Right? But remember what you did here. Man, as much as we look out for each other, you going to come in here and steal? I was like, I didn't know. Like, I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't know he was looking out for us, giving us credit. I ain't know, like, people would go in there and work just to make a couple of dollars. You know what I'm saying? You know how the supply truck come and stock the store? And, you see kids go in there and stock the store, and he teaching them stuff, and he'll give them like $1 after they stock the store or whatever. And then I go in there and try to steal an orange, bro. I think that thing broke that man's heart, bro. But when you're a kid, you learn like these tough lessons, bro. Like he looking out for the whole community, and I'm going in there to steal an orange. I could just ask him for it. Hey, Poppy, can I have an orange? No. You know, he gonna say no, but then he'll give it to you anyway. But you learn your lesson, you know. I guess it is what it is, though. Yeah, man. Bro, it's almost 6 o'clock, bro. I gotta get off this thing and get me some sleep, bro.
Yep.
My voice is gone, bro. What your Knicks gonna do, bro?
Man, I don't know. That was a bad game last night. I don't know why I watched it. Like I should have turned it off at like halftime, but
yeah,
I watched it. Well, no, we're gonna sign a 15 player.
Who are you thinking about? Who are you thinking about Knicks gonna sign?
I'm looking forward because like any injury up front, we in a bad shape.
Do you have a specific player though? You thinking?
I think the only one is what's his name who just left the Boston.
Boucher?
No, yeah, Boucher.
Okay.
Outside of that, I don't really see anybody who's.
That's our dream, bro. Chris Boucher, that's our dream, bro. That's our dream signing. Yo, but anyway, man, listen, man, I appreciate the fact that you shared, bro. Yo, what you just said, yo, that's impressive, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It really ain't.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, man, I want to. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Man.
I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep, man. I'm tired.
All right.
Y'all going next. Appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Hey, everybody, thank y'all for coming through and rocking. I'm gonna try to clip some of this stuff up and put it out here. But thank y'all, man, for coming through, hanging out with us, man. Y'all have a good morning. Peace, everybody.